Hello. Hello, everybody. Um, Let me see. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you, Candy. Yes, we're here. Hey, Britt. Oh my God. Thank you for being here. Barb, thank you for being here. I am going to bring on my panel because we are under a time restraint. We have one that keeps getting knocked out and they're doing the best they can to get back in. And we have our two lovely people from our community. We have DJ Nico and poet Brian. Thank you for being here. Thank you for accepting and thank you for being here. I appreciate it. I'm so glad. Yeah, I have to say it. I'm so happy to see her. I don't know what to do. Look at her. And Brittany, how are you today? We got to do our video, love. Okay.
And
Hey,
also, I
Red,
hope
Violet, Tiff, Indigo, Red backstage. Hey, Britt. Let's see. Janet, hey, how are you? And there's my Bob.
we
And
have one that
Indigo,
I hope she gets the sound
Candy.
working.
Yes, a member of our panel is working. That's why I'm checking my phone because make sure that she's not texting me.
Yeah.
So, okay. I'm gonna text her to come back on real quick. Oh, never mind. Here we go. All right, let me add this. And
Welcome back.
welcome back.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes. Great.
Yes. So, yes. Hi, Skylight.
I couldn't get my microphone to connect, and then my AirPods, the good ones, were hooked into my iPad, and I couldn't get them to connect. They'll switch every other time, like no matter what.
They always do. Or mine will
Compu-
switch to another camera that I'm not even using, but it just still has the driver, so it'll switch cameras or audio. And so I'm looking like, why is this not working on my microphone? And I always have to take that step back and say, let me check what it switched it to.
It's
crazy.
like herding cats.
Yeah. Stuff that's not even supposed to be our fault. I mean, I didn't switch a microphone on a camera. I'm so glad to see you, Candy's laughing, Barb.
Yes, Candy's Life. How you doing?
Look,
Barb, how's
you
it
do
going?
not have to apologize to me at all about anything. First of all, okay. First of all, I owe you an apology. I'm talking to someone in the chat right now. If y'all don't mind, really quick, I owe you an apology, and because I was an idiot, and I want you to know how much I appreciate you, how much I love you, and how much I've never ever been against you. I think what was done was wrong, and I'm so sorry about that. And I love you. And please hear those words coming out of my mouth. Okay, sorry, guys.
No worries.
That's something I had to do. If I do wrong, I'm going to make right. And if I even feel like I did anybody wrong, I want to make it right.
I mean, Kayla, you've always been genuine. So, I mean, part of being genuine is to have accountability. I mean, if you do wrong, admit it and then try to learn from it. That's all we can do, anyone.
Yeah,
People
learn
that
as you
want to
want.
deflect and blame others, that's the problem, not people that make mistakes as such.
And we all make mistakes.
Oh, yeah.
But this was one I don't like making mistakes when
Understatement.
I'm hurting somebody. When I'm hurting somebody, that's not a mistake. That's not. I don't. If it's going to hurt somebody, hey Lindsay, how are you? If I don't hurt, I'm not going to pretend, and I'm not going to be somebody I'm not. If you don't like me, you don't like me, and if you do, you do. But if I've hurt you, please tell me, because that is never my point on this earth ever. So I
This
just want to get
isn't
that out
about
there.
people pleasing or trying to hunt
No,
clicks or likes, because
this is a
that's
conviction.
yeah.
And coming from a people pleaser, I've been a people pleaser big part of my life, which has been a result of this subject of today, trauma, and it's very difficult. It's tiring. It is
Brian.
exhausting.
I can agree fully on that one.
Okay, Hey, my other woman in the room, tell me what it was.
No, sorry. Can somebody tell me how to mute and unmute my camera and all that
M
stuff?
as in
Okay.
microphone for
Okay, so we
microphone.
can hear you. Okay, so then hang on. I'm going to run your
Maybe
mouse
I'll
Remember,
just-
it's
to
DS
your
Victor.
picture. There should be 3 little dots at the top. It'll say hi. I think it's up there.
It says
What?
edit name, video settings, change avatar.
No, Lord. Okay, somebody
Yeah.
help. Help.
Okay.
I just want to be able to cough and stuff.
Okay, what
Right.
to do? Do you see the little video and the little microphone icon right underneath the window where you see all 4 of our faces? It should
Okay,
be
I
on your
have a microphone.
At the
Yes.
bottom.
Oh,
At the very
Okay.
bottom.
if you at the very bottom underneath you and me, it shows it should be on your your left hand side because that's what
I
shows
got
you're on
it.
the-
I was trying to push the thing,
If
so
you
I got
click
it.
them, if you
Yeah.
want to mute, hit M. If you want to disable your video, hit V. Like so.
Yep, that's all I
I'll
needed.
be
M
shortcut,
and V.
people.
Do you hear me?
Yes.
I can hear you
Now
great.
we hear you.
Now,
Yes,
and
absolutely.
when you hit M,
Hey, Corn.
Hello, everybody. I see you all. I just don't want to talk too much before I'm allowed.
Yeah. So, and probably what we want to do is keep this. We're going to keep this as educating as possible and moving along because we all have something. Every single one of us on this panel has something to offer about trauma. I know there was a lot said about, being trauma informed. Let me explain something to y'all. I have a degree in mental health. I do not practice anything I do on here, but I can give my opinion, and it's just my opinion. I can give, I can talk to a friend if I want to talk to a friend about any subject, but just know that when someone comes to me, please know I am trauma informed. I don't announce a lot of things to everybody because I don't feel like everybody has to know everything about me, but I'm definitely trauma informed and a required reporter. So that'll maybe give everybody some chill time, because last night I kind of got hit pretty hard. So, and I don't mind hard questions because we can do hard things, but I don't like to be the object of someone's accusations that are not correct. I am trauma informed, so trauma certified, just letting everybody know. Okay. So the way we were going to do this is I was going to pull originally. Let me restate that. Originally was going to do this was pull a question from one of my flashcards, on trauma, because it goes all over the place. And so Sixelle and I were talking, and she made a very profound statement. She said, I am medical. She said, I suffer medical trauma. Hey, CC. Hey. Oh my God, I'm so glad to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. Like I thought I said something to make you upset. CC, I was asking everybody about you. Thank you for being here. And but so let me get back to Squirrel. Y'all know that. Squirrel. Here we go. What was I saying? What is it? What was I saying? Come on, y'all. Help this seize your mind, please. I'm not being a good example right now.
neither am I.
Take a deep breath. Count to 10.
Got it. Thank you. I have it now. Sixella was talking about medical trauma, and I said, damn, you just blew my whole show out. And she was like, what? I said, we definitely have to do one on that, on what our community is truly going through, like what trauma.
Yeah.
And talk about it. And that, that's the only way Tori always says that the fastest way out of Scientology is the next door, or the fastest way, the next door that opens. She's right about that. And but sometimes the only way out is through. And I think our trauma is going to show us that. And yeah, Barb, this is something that arose from last night. We're going to have a huge panel for that. And yeah, absolutely. And I have no problem with it. Yeah, this was kind of an already thing. The body keeps the score, y'all. Barb, are you kidding me? How? Oh my gosh, that body keeps the score. Will hurt you. I'm so glad to
tell
see
us
you.
something about that
It does
huge
keep this.
pet you have there, Six. I'm very curious about it.
Y'all, I'm telling you, hey, Felix the cat, I love you. Let me just say this, that the body keeps the score, and I don't think it keeps it fair. I think I get little boxes ticked off mine compared to its one. I get like 10.
And
Hey.
it's that mind body.
Yeah, Journey, welcome.
We all pay the price one way or
Candy.
another. Either we want or not.
And it's that mind body connection, because some people are better equipped mentally to deal with it than others. I unfortunately consider myself on the side of the one that was not, I don't know if I would say constitutionally, but my base personality was not, I'm not genetically predisposed to handling trauma well.
I don't think anyone of us has been kind of born as a punching bag, though.
Yeah. So how did you? So Brian, I know I've talked, and maybe that's probably why I'm not asking what I should be asking, but I do need to ask because there's new people here. How did you handle that as you were going through it and getting, growing up? How did you handle it?
I've been in fight or flight for 50 years.
Damn.
Okay, my stuff goes way back.
Please tell me the VA is going to help you get these shots.
Oh yeah. This is the kicker. Okay. So yes, I grew up with both generational trauma. Okay, my grandparents, children of the Great Depression and World War II. Then compounded on top of that, what my parents went through that they never went to deal with, and when they got together, it just okay. My dad was an alcoholic, a lot of violence. My mom, naive and stupid. She made a lot of bad choices. It's textbook in a lot of ways. My first 13 years of existence seemed like one thing after another, fueled by alcohol and bad decisions, on the part of the adults around me,
You know what it sounds to me like, Brian? It sounds like it had the bad thing has been distilled, and everything good has been kind of removed from it. So it's been more and more concentrated. This bad thing.
Well, considering, okay, my
Anne, hello, I didn't see you. Sorry.
The type of person I am, fundamentally, the type of person that I fundamentally am, I'm a nice guy. I try to be a good person and everything, right? But I hope this helps explain that. My mother always said I was a very quiet baby. I was actually her easiest birth, so even before then, I was the one that she had the fewest problems with, as far as from the get-go. You know what I mean? So I'm just, I'm a natural go with the flow, middle road type of person.
Mhm.
And with that, being a natural introvert, which I get that from my dad, it's just one thing compounded on top of another, compounded top on another. So I am a classic example of CPTSD, for
Yeah.
lack of a better word.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yeah,
Absolutely, we talked about
like
that.
I've mentioned on like I've said before, it was about a decade ago. It was about 10 years ago or so. When I was still living in San Antonio. My cousin, Stephanie, she had posted this thing, and at the time they were calling it childhood post-traumatic stress disorder, right? She posted this thing on Facebook. It had about 10 things, and I checked off like 6 or 7 of them. So I'm like, yeah, and stuff started coming together. Stuff started making sense, right? And then about this time last year, when Jamie Mustard showed up, more things clicked into place. Why I've always carried my tension in my neck. And it didn't help that I injured my neck when I was in the military. Okay. and stuff. So yes, I talked to my doctor.
Mhm. And how did you approach that? Just with the symptoms and the stuff that you have been going through?
Well, I approached it along the chronic pain side
Yeah.
of the aisle,
Yeah.
because I have chronic pain. And
Trust me, it's a real thing. Okay.
Yes.
For anybody out there, we're
And
not crazy women that are lunatics and psychopaths. We are telling you the truth.
mine concentrates on my back. It's my back, my neck. It's like basically most of my left side. Okay. And it comes from injuries when I was in the Navy and stuff like that. That's all irrelevant. So I talked to her about it, and
Hey, Emmy.
I
Go
asked
ahead.
her.
I'm sorry.
I asked her if she knew what stellate ganglion blocking was, and she said no, but let's look it up. So she started talking about the procedure, and I told her that yes, it's the steroid that they give you guys, because for the epidurals. And she was like, yes, it is. And she started talking about going over what they do, and then suddenly a memory clicked. 2010. They offered me the shots for the chronic pain, and I turned them down.
But they didn't offer them as a ganglion reset, did they?
No, they didn't. They offered it for my chronic pain. I had no idea. Basically, I didn't know. I had no idea that the side effect would have helped would have helped that stuff. But
Yes.
but to move on, I was like, wow, it was just like, damn. Then I got a call on last Friday or so. I go see them on February 6th. So yes, I'm getting the shots.
I'm so happy. Can we please say yay for Brian? He's getting them.
I don't know if it's definitely not going to be the duo sympathetic reset where they go in and they go and get all over. It's going to be along the lines of what Cheryl had done.
Yes, and
I
it's
don't
done.
know.
Skylight, our other half here, says sometimes chronic pain is neuroplastic, aka our brains are wrongly sending pain signals to a specific part of our bodies.
Yeah, mine's because of the discs.
Thank you, Lindsay. Thank you.
I
agree too.
I have damaged discs and stuff in my neck, and
I agree.
And it all just cascades down from here. Something there. Anyways, so it's
I'm so proud of you.
But I don't know if it's going to be they're just going to do one and done, or they're going to do like they did with Cheryl and do 3 over a 3 week period.
Yeah, depending on what you're. It's on the.
It all depends on what the VA says.
Yeah,
and that's
what the doctor at the VA says. That's all they're going to do.
And that's something I don't know yet, but I'm going to go Monday to see the psychiatrist, talk to him about a bunch of stuff, and hopefully we'll be able to get more answers to some questions I have. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, yes, and please be informed, all the way informed.
Yes. And
Journey said, right here, Journey, she said, when your muscles don't release for decades and body spasms out for being exhausted, trust me, it's real. Then pelvic floor disorder, that's a trip. I was 88% disabled with my pelvic floor, meaning, yeah, let me get the rest of it. Yes, Journey has been through hell and back. I'll put the rest. Right, wait a second. Spinal compression, Billy's the cat. Yep, that's what I had. Well, I had nerve damage. But see, everybody in here. So you've got like, and I'm just gonna ask. I'm gonna ask the chat. I'm actually gonna ask.
Well, pull up what Indigo.
Everybody.
What Indigo's comment.
What Indigo said. Hang on, I was waiting for this right here.
About the 40s. Okay.
The doctor was afraid my woman part would close. Also, chronic pain management. That went with her first one. Okay, Indigo. This one right here.
Yeah, the one where okay. It didn't stop at the 60s. We didn't start learning more about what's going on up in the with us as far as all that goes and trauma and all that until the 80s and the 90s.
Before that, they were more interested in how to control us, not how to help us.
Yeah, it was, yeah. So it's even then. And I grew up, remember, when I grew up was the height of the Cold War, the end of the Vietnam era. Every day, nuclear annihilation was just around the corner. Either that or Jesus was coming back to smite everybody's enemies. Whether
something was happening.
Whether you were someone's enemies who they were wanting Jesus to spite, or they were your enemy who you were wanting Jesus to spite.
Regardless, it was there, huh?
Yes.
It was doom and gloom all the way.
Oh God, yeah. And
look, me too.
Yeah, and it's like, and I also remember it being, my mother was very deep into the Church of Christ there for a little while, up until like the time I was 7. And then it, so all those through those formative years.
Yeah, that's where everything starts.
And
it's exactly right there.
I don't remember hearing anything really about that stuff until I started really helping my ex-wife with her psychology degree. And when I started helping her with that, some things about my own past and about me kind of clicked into place.
So let me ask everybody, even in the chat or on the replay crew or on the panel, I'm going to ask a question of y'all.
Why? Yes, I remember Beirut. I do remember Beirut.
Why today, January 25th, 2025, are we still looking at mental illness like it is something we choose to get? And why is there such a stigma still on this topic? Go ahead, Sexella. Thank you.
So when I was growing up, my mom was very, very adamant that I didn't get a diagnosis. Because that was going to affect everybody's health insurance forever and ever and ever. Like, it was a big deal back then. Your mental health break when you were 18 could follow you around forever and ever. So people were more hesitant, I think, to get help. I know that my mom was very weird about it. And I don't know if that's just because my mom was batshit crazy or if that was the thing. But a senator named Paul Wellstone fought for I think it's called the Mental Health Parity Act, which means that that diagnosis can't follow you around and haunt you forever. Just because you get you're depressed today doesn't mean you're going to be depressed in
that is
10
freaking
years.
Amazing, because guess what? You just answered part of the problem. Because once you get that label, it never goes away. They just add to it.
It's a stigma.
Even when they've gotten it wrong, it never goes away.
and it also comes
And what-
about, and also ignoring the problem and it'll go away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and with her with and what this is why I wanted Sixella on here to tell her story about a different type of trauma. Like Brian, your trauma is definitely absolutely. I mean, nobody's is greater than the other. We just want more
Yeah. Trauma is trauma.
voices to it, you know. And Sixella.
Yeah, it's a big thing in our household. We don't compare trauma. One of
Yeah.
my biggest pet peeves is when I was sick. So I was really, really sick from 2017 to 2020. I was hospitalized for about 2 years. Became very well situated with a team of doctors at the Mayo Clinic, who finally took my case, and I got on a trial and all that good stuff. And I was fine. Like, as long as I had my iPad, like, they could leave me, because they do. They leave you in hallways. They do all these things, and you have to figure it out. So as long as I had my iPad, I was fine. They could leave me wherever. But then about 6 months ago, I got referred to a pain management doctor closer now where I live. Just so I have a local resource. And I couldn't. Their whole thing was this big, like, model of inclusive holistic caring where they wanted you to show up, and in order to get your meds, they wanted you to go to a little group therapy and talk to a dietitian and all these things. And I felt like I was being a cat being herded through a sea of cheap perfume. And I tried it like several times. I tried to, like, okay, I'll wait outside in between, like, because you would go see a person, then you'd come back and wait. And it was just this whole
Yeah.
thing. And I, like, finally, like, my eyes are watering from the perfume. I'm, like, coughing hysterically. I can't breathe. And I started crying in the middle of the reception area. I'm like, this is my 4th time here, and every single time I leave crying.
Wow, it's time to get off this insanity.
Yeah, I was like, I need to.
So,
This is
Candy, I
just,
love
this
you. Thank you for
situation
being
isn't
here.
working.
You're very welcome here anytime. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I just want some people that are new coming to the channel. I want you to know y'all are all welcome. Please, you're welcome anytime.
So is this how it's supposed to be on Restream? Is the chat on the right hand side is like way far behind? Okay, because I was like,
I've got
10-11.
I've got starred ones over here, and then I have star. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Oops, y'all. I have starred ones, and then I can go to just the live chat.
Okay, no, it's fine. I set my iPad up just so I could see the chat.
Oh,
So if I'm looking off to the side, it's because
yeah, that's me too.
when you
I don't want
changed
to
the
miss.
schedule, I had to move locations because there's people in my household who are still sleeping,
I know it.
and it's not
I'm
me
so
and the chicken.
thankful. I'm so thankful that you are that you attended.
I don't know.
Okay,
Has
so-
everybody met Apollonia?
Oh yeah, that's Apollonia, guys.
Oh,
That's
how
Apollonia.
pretty.
Yes.
Cute.
Yes.
She is my 2-pound silky chicken. She
What a
is
gorgeous
pretty
girl.
princess.
She goes everywhere with her.
This is actually her nest, is this chair kind of in the corner of my bedroom. And then she sleeps on this pillow.
Oh, so you're
wow.
bunking with her.
I'm that
The
chicken
wife of
mom.
that chicken.
That chicken, if you don't give her the right color grapes, guys, she dumps her bowl in the air.
She did that with cheese too. Matt gave her mozzarella instead of cheddar, and she flipped the bowl on him and started screaming. With the grapes, she just pulled them out of her bowl and put them off to the side, and then yelled at me.
Mhm.
Right? Yeah, we all need to laugh. Everybody need to laugh.
Oh, that's hilarious. I think
Well,
I love
that's
that.
fix for you.
Because that is her some emotional support.
Yeah.
And Apollonia,
lovely.
and I'm sorry about my dogs. Oh my God.
Okay.
I'm on the other end of my house. I can still hear Fatty in there. But yes, she's 140 pounds. I can call her Fatty. She blew up after I got her fixed.
Apollonia's not fat.
That 140.
But I don't know if
pound
anybody's
woman.
ever knows about silky chickens. but they're from they're native to China.
some. Yeah, we have some.
And
We had some.
They
but
have an
they're-
extra toe and
plus
hair
their
on their
hair
feet,
goes all the way down. Yeah.
and their skin and their bones are blue.
Oh, looks like a 70s chick then, almost like Big Bird.
DJ. Okay, so to keep this Apollonia, you could come in a picture, sweetheart. So here's the thing. We needed a break, y'all, for a minute. Even us sometimes have to have a break. Okay, so I'm going to ask because the medical trauma that Sixella went through, okay, was I'm going to let her do a quick rundown. Hey, Anne has something for you. Hey, Anne, how are you, my love? Let's see, Sixella. Actually, insurance companies use our health insurance to punish us in either by denial of services coverage. I watched people denied services because they once had a sinus infection.
But that's not mental health care. This is the Mental Health Parity Act. I mean, no, insurance
Howard.
companies do that all the time, but they may. I mean, I should reread that and just remember exactly what it covers. But I know that was the big deal about it. I can't remember what year that was. I'll have to think about it.
Hey, Paralyzed.
Welcome, all newcomers.
Hey, Sheila. I'm so glad to see you. Wow. Y'all
Problem
welcome
is
Sheila
that
in
I
over here.
have
Sheila
seen,
Bobila, welcome her in.
Both
And
I'm the foreigner in this group
Power.
for the
No,
moment.
you're good.
So
Okay, that's what I was going to say. Let's go over. Okay, so we got Brian. I'm going to go back to he's like way past his bedtime. So I'm going to let Nico do his really quick. Then I'm going back to Sixella. But I really we want to get these 3 different types of traumas, and I want to identify them by their name.
well, it's not 8 p.m. yet, so it's not my bedtime.
Oh, okay.
I just wanted to say that it's also very important to know what's the ground level of the support, both in medical and mental care, because I kind of want to separate it. It's one thing to deal with the body, but to deal with the mind can be much more trickier sometimes.
Okay, and so here's where I come in and tell you what Dr. Gabor Mate says all the time.
Yeah.
We should not have mental health and physical health. Our brain is our body. Our brain needs our body. Our body needs our brain.
Yeah.
We are just different parts of the health system going down. And I really like the way that he says that, because he says it once you separate the mind from the body, that's where all your doubts and things can get in. You treat the whole, because it is the whole, then that is what, if you have a good doctor, and see, I do.
Yeah, but that's the holistic view. What I mean is that they can offer you, if you have a broken arm, then they can offer you help.
Oh yeah, that's easy to see.
But what they can't touch or see, then it's not. Then it's kind of.
Thank you. That's what my point was, Nico. Exactly.
Yeah. So that's why.
They can
and also,
see your X-rays, but that's it.
So that's why I don't know if you can see it. I have this little pin I got from Temu, where I can set my mental battery status.
Let me see.
I had to keep it here.
Oh, I like that.
So I can set either I'm top or I'm very low.
Okay.
So it's just like a sliding little.
So it's like your give a F's meter.
Yeah, it's like on my. So if I put it in red, people better beware. Then I'm not going. But anyway, so it says my social battery, and it has those different settings.
That's pretty cool.
I really like that though.
Too bad they can't like hook us up with one that just shows it automatically.
It's better that it doesn't, because then people would be scared for real.
Well,
anyways,
people would know.
My point being, I'm in Sweden. We have compared to at least 80% of the world, we have a very decent, a very, very good healthcare. Still, you see how they're trying to start to cut corners and try to, they talk about the public and the private. I'm not going to go into politics, but it's like they want to have fast lane for those with cash, and then those that can't afford it will just get the leftovers, basically. And sad to say, what happens in the States gets very often transferred over to here in Europe and in the
Yeah,
Nordic
it does.
countries.
Mhm.
So I used to say that when
It does.
America sneezes, we get the cold.
Okay, so Nico, I really like that. Honestly, just saying. Sorry, guys. I like it. I mean, I like what he's saying.
Yeah, but then again, something that we have talked about this before, I know, but I realized that there is a huge difference in what motivates people into going into a line of work. I mean, those that go into the medical profession or caring or nursing, they want going for the healing. While those that go into the pharmaceutical, they go in for the discoveries and the research, which in itself is fine. But I've seen, to me, as looking from outside, the American health system is like any patient cured is one less customer. So to me, it's more like the patients are just like piggy banks for the hospitals and the pharmaceutical companies, where the aim is to squeeze out every penny they can out of you, one way or another. So I mean, it's the same way when you see, if you just look at the ads on TV as an example, a very, very short thing. There is ads about gambling, there's ads about loans, anyway, here in Sweden. And then what do they have next after that? Well, then they have these meds for stomach aches, bowel problems, headaches, all those things that are kind of not only, but very much due to the anxiety and the way you feel when you're worried and everything is not fine. So I mean, so it's kind of self-feeding. It's like a snake biting its own tail and just keeps spinning. So I mean, rather so also I see tendencies of that here in Sweden, where they're more interested in treating symptoms than going for the root cause.
Oh, did you?
And I think that's pretty universal, that part.
Here.
And that is my biggest criticism of the current system. I mean, with all the skill, all the knowledge, we should try to eliminate the sources of bad health and what causes people pain and injury, instead of just kind of, it's like to me, it's like they put Band-Aid instead of pressure bandage on an artery bleed. They just want to keep it manageable, but not get rid of it. So I mean, that's kind of me on my soapbox. That's
No, it's not a
something I'm very
soapbox.
passionate about.
Thank you for speaking. Thank you for keeping your voice heard and relevant. You really got to be really bad, because I just haven't said it out loud, but that's what you just said is exactly how I feel. And if I'm going to learn and get well from this channel, then I'm going to have to learn to be vulnerable also. And I'm going to tell you something. You just got me, because that's all they're doing with me. And that's what I feel like. I feel like they're just chasing symptoms, until they called me yesterday morning.
Yeah.
It finally got through on Daryl's phone. It was my mom, because I had 56 missed messages from 7 to 8 o'clock. I was asleep. Well, it was because my potassium labs came in, although I've been telling them a week before that I'm having cramps in every muscle in my body. I can't help this. And that y'all have just increased my torosumide, my diuretic, from 10 milligrams a day to 100 milligrams a day. And you didn't give me any potassium. So no, I told you all last week. And now this week, because you saw it in black and white, it doesn't matter how I feel or what symptoms I had. That doesn't matter. What mattered was that they saw it in black and white on the lab sheet.
Yeah.
And like, people don't make mistakes. I've been telling them I know my body. And when you're not heard, it's the most frustrating thing ever. And especially, I'm not trying to be a feminist. I'm not. I'm not one.
No, it's not.
But-
That has nothing to do with. That's
but
all
being a
again.
woman, you're just chalked up to bull crap.
Keela, it's
not
all
telling
again
the
about
truth.
this thing, right? They have to read the meter before they believe you. What's Brian? What do you got on your mind?
Go. Yes, Brian. Thank
well,
you. I'm sorry.
both
for the
what
rant.
both what you DJ and what you Keela have been talking about has tickled the historian in me. Because what we got right now, like with a lot of things, is it's kind of like, if you look at it from a big historical, long-term perspective, which people have a very hard time doing, which is where we get ourselves in trouble. It's where we both on a personal and on a more societal existential level. We don't look at the big picture. All right. When we first started developing the medical sciences into what we have today, it went along 3 different paths. It went along the body, it went along the mouth, then the mind. And basically in that order, because that's how the scientific discoveries through trial and error and experimentation and blah 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 blah, that's how it all developed, right? It's not until recently, the last 20-30 years, where we have discovered where all 3 of those are connected. And and the medical profession, like most things, are very, very conservative. So it takes a long time in some respects for innovation to become norm, to become the
And
norm.
also depends on the source of the discoveries.
That too. And and a lot of things of what you were talking about also reminded me something of what has helped me personally with that middle road balance type is the Eastern philosophies kind of they kind of, especially the Chinese, the Zen, Taoist, and all that stuff. They kind of go with what they do is the heart mind. It's all connected, the heart, and they don't put the mind here and the heart here like we do. They put it both
It's right there.
right here.
Yeah.
Or like the Indian way where we focus on chakras instead, so we have like 7 centers of energy.
Yeah, and all that stuff. So it's
Yeah.
getting that balance, and it's finding it's getting that balance. Like as far as the medical as far as medical insurance and all that stuff, I'm lucky, at least for the moment.
Yeah.
and
Because
that's to say nobody.
the VA. I get my health care through the VA,
And dude, you also did a service for this country, and you just
that doesn't matter to some people in the current regime, Keela. Some people in
and
the
it
current
never will.
and some people would only think that I should only be treated for what my actual disabilities, that what I get my disability for, when what I get my disability for and everything else are all connected together because it's all me. And that includes what's going on up here.
And this is the argument of the century that I have
But
every
also
single
there's
day of
one-
my life with insurance companies, because you want to know, hi Blake, you're fine. You're coming in when you're meant to be here, sweetheart. So
Yeah, but-
this is my opinion about it, and it's just an opinion. Anything I say is not fact. It's an opinion. Okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
I'll just
Here,
add to that.
oh, sorry.
You have to be, I mean, you must be at perfect health to be able to fight for your right to be ill. And even then, it's just a narrow margin if you get the help. Or you have to have lots of money or someone that can fight for you. Otherwise, it's very up to which doctor or medical professional you meet. So it's very much up. I think the biggest problem today is the lack of empathy and the willingness to listen to the patient and really try to read this person and see if it's one symptom or if it's what's more common today, a compound of traumas and symptoms. Because sometimes one thing causes another.
Yeah, the problem is we have all these new diseases and these new things coming up that shouldn't have really come from anywhere,
But
but
we
they're
have all
there
sorts of new
nonetheless.
trauma. But we
Yeah.
have all sorts of new trauma
Exactly.
too.
And
Yeah.
what it comes
Go
down
ahead.
to,
Go ahead, Sixella. I'm sorry, y'all.
Well, no, just medical trauma. 25
Hey,
years
go
ago,
ahead.
50 years ago, you just died. They just let you die. They just put you
they,
on
they,
a ice
they
raft.
didn't.
Nobody was living this long. We weren't having given a chance to develop any of those symptoms
Yeah.
because everyone
Right.
just kicked the bucket.
And
Yeah.
then
Just mentioned the key word, develop. We've
Mhm.
developed culturally, societally, we have developed light years ahead of where we have evolved, where we are as a biological species. And it's that disconnect that causes a lot of the trauma, because hunter-gatherers societies are happier because they're more in tune with nature and their body and their mind and everything in the world around them, which is something
the,
that we as an industrial, technologically advanced society have lost.
Oh,
the
yeah, I
human
agree with
mind
that.
isn't fit for this stressed society because our
Yeah.
bodies are still in the Stone Age, and that's not a bad thing, really, because that means that we are still trying to move and try to do things.
So,
We're not just
I
pushing
have a
buttons.
question for six hello real quick. So, okay, as a woman, and I'm doing this because I wanted to make sure that we were even here. But I mean, just as a woman, not 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 making anything. Yeah, I swear to you, I'm not like exaggerating anything. But as a woman, even a very in the field my whole life in the medical field, with the experience I have, knowing knowing what my credentials are, knowing who I am. Hey, Heather, um, the my question is, why do I still, even if they once they know I'm a paramedic, I pretty much sum it up to narcissism or I mean, or, narcissistic tendencies. And you just got to be you got to be the, Dr. God. We call our paramedics paragods. Hey, why do you think we don't like you? How are you, Tiff? Felix, okay, Dr. Head. Oh, I'm so glad
Well,
you're here. I love to see your face.
one of the things is, wait, say your last sentence again.
Okay, so probably never remember it. But
Well,
it was about
the doctors have one kind of a god complex because
the God
the
complex.
medical system is a very
Paramedics, we call them
hierarchical.
paragods. Yeah, doctors start, if they got a God complex. You can't give them, you can't advocate for yourself because they are not listening. They know it all. It's like, and trust me, I've had
Well,
some bad ones.
I've had bad doctors, but I lucked out and found an amazing primary physician while he was still a resident. So at that time, he had the time to get to know me, but also the hospital system that I was in when I was sick. Somebody from his practice, I mean, years later after I first met him, somebody from his practice was, uh, you didn't see a hospitalist, they rounded on you. So your primary physician and his little friends were your team managed. So you didn't have to start from scratch all the time. Because I feel that
Right.
that's where so much gets missed, is that
Big
if
time.
you have to start from scratch every single time you talk to, it's like calling customer service, like, and repeating yourself over and over. So you have to
Yeah.
get really good at your story.
Yeah. And then they think it's made up. I've been through the whole freaking thing
Yeah,
and I'm just
that
over
was,
it.
I mean, that was helpful. It was finding somebody, but
Yeah.
I lucked out. Like I won't even ever mention his name because
No, you're
the few
fine.
friends that I've told him about, like, they go see him, and now I can't ever get an appointment.
Right. Yeah.
My
Always
sister,
keep your secrets close.
I know.
my sister is a nurse, and she's told me stories about doctors. So
Nurses save, wait, nurses, doctors save patients. but patients save. I mean, nurses save doctors. That's what I'm trying to say. Doctors save patients. The nurse is the one that just saved your ass.
Well, and from what I've gathered from what the story she's telling me, it runs the spectrum of just human personalities. A lot of it depends upon the personality, and then once they get one, and then there's this thing that comes with part of human nature where if you're deferred to a lot and you're reinforced, but not in a positive, but it can be turned.
Well, when no one, it's like the emperor's new clothes. When no one dares to challenge you.
They're used to being deferred to a lot.
There we go.
And some
Got it.
Some people.
Sorry. Doctors save patients, nurses save lives. Bam. There you go.
That's
Okay.
good. Thanks, Barbara.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I was going crazy over here.
It's like the nurse.
Always be for the nurse.
Heather, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, can we stop this for a second, guys? I'm sorry. My friends don't get treated like crap. The only reason we still have this channel right here is because of this woman right here and her other half and on her
Summer
channel.
and Heather are such wonderful people.
And the friends that she has. That's the only reason we still have a channel that we are on right now. And if something is wrong, we're going to talk about it. I think all the stress and attacks, my body was shut down and I'm feeling sick. That is part of the trauma I wanted to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Heather.
How did I put it?
It does not have to be your trauma. It does not. And especially with us empaths. Y'all all know this. Like we are going to feel it before anyone else and 10 times as bad. So we have somebody here that just offered a platform and is being attacked for allowing someone to speak. She is not alone. They are not alone. They are welcome in here anytime, anyway. No one will be rude to you. And we will post your channel and the links to your channel, and everybody will make sure that we're subbed. And we love you.
Am I missing something?
Yes, Heather.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, no, I thought, was she not? I thought you sounded like you were kicking her out.
No. I was trying to tell her that we are right here. I am not going to let somebody that saved our channel. I mean, literally.
Yeah.
Be this by herself.
See, Heather, you and Summer did nothing wrong.
Nope, never have.
Nothing wrong. What other
Barbara's
people
in here. Barbara's not. Barbara.
What other people have to say about it's a very delicate situation.
It is.
It's how did I put it to you, Keel? It's like a grenade went off in a crowded room. A paintball grenade went off in a crowded room, and it's getting everywhere. And one person over here is saying that this person is responsible for that grenade going off, and then you got another person over here saying that this person is blah 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 blah. So my heart goes out to you.
So what we're going to do is offer a safe space for anyone that needs to be here and that wants to talk. We are here. We will open it up. We will open up a panel if you want to come up. I am here for your mental health, whatever that may be. Okay.
Yeah, and the only
rules. Let me say the only rules, even in discussions and anything, is we don't bash other creators. We don't name them, so everybody will know. I mean, I had to tell some of my stuff without naming names, and I was able to do that. Dr. Heather, do you want to come up, Heather?
You don't shoot the messenger. It's trying to shoot the messenger if you don't like the freaking message, and the fact that
Barb that's how many people work.
Hey, Cosmic,
to do it, and that was Barb's choice. As far as I
who are living in the dark don't want us coming around with flashlights. Sorry, I am ever ready, and that's and that is simply because of Heather and Summer giving me a platform.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean,
Hey,
Barb
Adrian.
deserved that redemption
Yeah,
because many people didn't know. So finally, she had to put the cards on the table.
Yes, Ann, I agree.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
So we're just,
I
we want y'all.
I've been saying this for months, and I was called a hater and a bitch and a vile troll on Reddit because I was concerned, and now all of a sudden one person recycles what's on Reddit. No offense, Barb, but you kept on referring to us over there. I was like number 4 in joining the Unvarnished group. I've been there since the beginning. Like, and now all of a sudden we're not vile trolls. Like, sorry, I'm calling a little bullshit on that because that we've been treated pretty horribly for talking about what now everybody is accepting. But 6 months ago, we were horrible, vile people, and everyone was threatening us. And now all of a sudden, everybody sees that we were telling the truth. So sorry,
No. Don't be sorry. Barb, do you want to come up?
Either that or I bursted.
No,
or I
yeah,
got
absolutely.
off the live,
Barbara
but,
deserves
I
it.
mean,
So Barbara's going to have a voice also.
yeah, no, everybody gets a voice. Like, I'm just saying, like, it's really frustrating as somebody who's been saying this all now, who's getting no credit for ever saying it before. Now all of a sudden it's like this new thing, and everybody's excited about talking about it. But
It was.
this behavior isn't new for
No.
anybody that we're
Well,
talking about.
we have had this kind
been
of
going
talks
on
very long
forever.
time. The thing is, sometimes it depends on
Oh,
who
the illusion.
brings it up and who talks about it. So sometimes people do defer to authority or who is kind of
No, we love you, Barb.
well known, and that's
Yeah,
a sad thing because
and unfortunately, perception. We are visual creatures. Okay,
Barb,
90%
Heather,
of
I was going to
reality.
ask if.
Oh, Heather, Barb, I just want you to know, I no means you tell your truth. You tell they're horrible people and they were horrible to you, and you tell it all the way up and down. I'm just saying, everybody's listening to Barb as if like she's the first person to ever say this, and some of us have been saying it for months.
That's the. I understand.
And we're completely vilified for it.
Yeah,
But hey, I will fully admit I don't know. I will fully admit,
and it's
what
not Barb.
say over-
I guess that's not Barb's fault that she said it, but that
No,
everybody else
no.
ignored us.
Okay, yeah, I've never.
Yeah, I mean that's Barb is just the current face to it.
Yeah,
I mean,
poor Barb.
Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
love
just
Barb. I think she's amazing.
Yeah.
But
it has
I mean,
been
I'm
saying
just-
for a long time.
this is not new
The
behavior.
behavior has been there. I think all of us, like me, after I finally deprogrammed and stayed, it did my what do you call it? My zero contact. Barbara, did you?
Hang on, I got to get my chicken.
Oh,
She's
okay.
squawking.
My zero contact. The zero contact has done me better than anything.
yeah.
I'm waiting on Barbara. She's going to come up here. Oh, Barbara.
Well, I can add to that while
Oh,
you're
there she is.
preparing.
Wait,
Yeah.
that's Brian. I'm trying to find Barb. I don't know if she's in here or not yet. No,
No, you didn't lose
not
me.
yet.
But the thing is, it takes a lot of energy, and also it's very taxing on your mental health, really, to stand up for yourself and for others when people get lured into different directions and people get lied to, or the worst part is when there's a kernel of truth hidden in lots of lies and accusations, when some people want to run a narrative that isn't honest, or when they have some hidden agenda. I mean, Barb is a wonderful person. I'm honored to be with you in the same panel with you, and I have seen how people try to fish, more or less, or throw out hooks to try to catch her in saying things or put words in her mouth. But I love your integrity. I just have to say that, because
Thank you.
it's hard sometimes, because sometimes you do get provoked.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. Anne asked, can the panel not talk over each other? It gets lost on crosstalk. Yes, absolutely. We could do that. And there's a lot of questions, but I want to ask this, if that's okay. I'm going to put this up because I said zero contact, and I went zero contact, and I've been zero contact, and that means I don't read, I don't watch, I don't look at clips. I do not even look at anywhere this person or people, actually it's people, are. I do not make sure that myself is safe from that, from zero contact, because I know I have to go zero contact or I would be, you know, it would be easy for me to be pulled around. And I already established that. I knew that. I went zero contact. So that's where I'm at. There's a lot of people that can't or don't want to do that, or they want to be friends with other. I mean, whatever the reason, it doesn't matter. Y'all are all heroes in my eyes. Number one, and number two, let's see. And where is? Oh wait, look, Barb, look.
Here I am.
Yes. So, oh, she said take turns, raise hands, maybe like on Zoom. No, right now we're okay. We're just doing a panel up here. We'll if we have to do another one, y'all, we will. But you know, it is. It's fine, Heather. I know you're drained. I know you were drained. Love you.
Yes.
Please know that.
Sending
Love your
good
face.
vibes.
I wish
Okay,
I could
Barb.
share. I wish I could share some of my integrity with, well, or my, I don't give a crud what people think with Heather and Summer, because they worry and I don't want them to worry.
We're gonna support them and promote their channel on here and do everything that they did for
Yep.
us.
And people can blah, blah, blah all they want. I think what Ann was, I think what, who's that? I can't see because my eyes are broken.
Oh, which one?
Who's that from Reddit?
Oh, I don't even see. I don't.
Sixella.
She's
Okay.
right next to you. She's next to you.
No, that,
Y'all are both on the panel. So.
yeah, on the panel.
Well, and here's sorry.
I just wanted to,
No, I'm not
Oh, no
interrupting.
worries.
I'm sorry.
I just wanted to answer what you were talking about. I think, I remember when I thought everybody on Reddit was stupid trolls as well. And then I snuck over there and I went, oh, many of the things that I know, they say already, which is why I gave you guys credit when I was on Heather and Summer's channel. However, my impression is
You're good, Heather. I promise you're good.
When I went on to do my thing, I think that I was believed more than Reddit just because I have spent time in a lot of the chats everywhere and modded in a lot of places. And so then people went, holy cow, what they were saying on Reddit was true. So I think they thought I was just confirming it instead of, but on the other hand, I have to say, because there are probably 2 or 3 people in the subreddit that talks about all this stuff, who say things that aren't true and who hit people over the head with a hammer, accusing them of saying things that aren't true. And I think that doesn't help the cause at all either. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. I think my I just think it's something that everybody needs to be aware that we all did.
That's kind of why I gave,
And it's, I mean, for a second, I'm gonna, like, I don't know if anybody else has actually done the work and done their cult recovery instead of just screeching all the time. But one of the things I learned about was stopping cliches. And this community is like ripe with them. It's how I caught Aaron in the beginning when I realized what was going on. Everything is dismissed as you're a troll. You're OSA. What are the other ones? It's just whatever it is to stop that thought. We're gonna say it. So everything can easily be explained apart as they're OSA. They're the jesters, not some nice middle-aged lady who is concerned.
She said I'm middle-aged.
We're automatically like being paid by Big Pharma and Scientology, and who else have the Reddit people been paid by? I don't even remember. Like, obviously, me and my chicken are living the big life here in the corner of my bedroom. So
I know. Apparently, I'm OSA too. So I guess you don't have to be in Scientology to be OSA.
Well, my chicken actually has a little dress that says Asuna Secta on it. She was on DOA's
I
channel
love that.
wearing it.
I'm just gonna close with this is the
Hey,
kind of thing that for me makes Reddit kind of hard to live around sometimes.
Okay, Barb,
people
before you go out, can I
okay.
interrupt you really quick? I want you to have the final word. So I want to
Oh,
interrupt
I
you really
don't have
quick.
to go out. I can stay.
Oh,
I'm
yeah. I mean, you can
retired.
stay if you want. Yeah. So here is here is the deal about Reddit. I walked away, when I walked away, I never opened my mouth. Not going to. You've got Barb. You've got. If you were a man, I'd tell you had bigger mm-hms than mine, because there's no way. There's no way. But I walked away. I have nothing to hide. Nobody has any blackmail over me. So I mean, there's nothing there. So I mean, I'm not in any kind
I
of
do.
position. See, I don't. So with
No, I
that.
have it over you.
Oh, you do over me. I know you do. And hell, I had to go outside. I don't know. but people that I once, when we did this channel and I walked away and I stayed with Gretchen, and then Gretchen walked away because she was not treated well and things were said to her that shouldn't have ever been said to her, and she's got a family and a career. So then I let it go for a week. I went to Reddit. I tried to find a safe place to land there, but there wasn't.
There are a couple people who make it not safe, so I just blocked them, and now I'm happy.
I mean,
Now
I
I'm happy.
can't get a word in just because of who I am. If I say anything, it's automatic. It makes you, especially empath, you're not wanted there. So, and you get 20,000 million questions that if people would just tone it down, you would have a lot more over here. So that is how I felt. I do not post on Reddit. I do not watch anybody's freaking if I'm zero contact with them, trust me, I don't even watch anything. I stay zero contact for my own mental health. Yes,
well,
I love dogs.
In the beginning, it was nice. In the beginning, everybody was nice, and nobody was being overbearing. And with the beginning, it was great, but immediately,
they started demanding Blake write a written apology. Then they started demanding everybody write written apologies, and that's where I said, "Oh hell no!"
Yeah, somebody demanded that I release my texts with Aaron, or I was a liar. I said, "Well, you're not the boss of me," so I blocked them. So
are you talking about the Reddit group?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a dox or get the fuck out group. If you're not, you can't talk about it unless you're willing to dox your friends and drop the truth. It's just the way the subreddit was set up. It's a dox or get out. Like, if you're not willing to do it, then they don't care. That's just a general rule of the sub. And I don't think everybody gets that.
And some of the stuff on there that is by other creators that I don't know what you call it, but it's definitely got, I mean, you get really beat up. But I'm saying, just in there, just emotionally. And when people start demanding receipts and demanding this and then that, you don't have it. I don't have, hey, Summer.
Well, that's the thing is that about Reddit is then you just make a new group. I mean, how many Reddit groups of people were getting too snarky for Unvarnished, so the other groups started to pop up. I mean, like,
oh look, okay, hang on, you just nailed it. They said, wait, there you go.
What did I?
Why aren't we all over there on a Reddit group?
And let's say hello to Summer also. Welcome.
Summer is here. Summer, the other half.
In the middle of winter, we have Summer.
We love you.
Can I just add to what you've been saying, Sixella?
People I've invited to my living room.
Well, what
are we burying in the backyard? I want to go.
Yeah. I just want to add that also it's one thing that there tend to be, because this isn't an organization as such, this is a movement. There will always show up people with charisma or more or less leadership skills or think that they have those. They tend to want to run the show their way, which causes them to kind of conflict with others, because if they are, as I say, the more cooks, the worse the soup. That's a Swedish saying. That's
I
why
like
there's only
that,
one captain on ship.
TJ.
This
Yeah,
is an organic movement. That means we don't have a hierarchy. We don't have a top to bottom. This is a flat
and
organization where everyone is part of this organization.
And
That
this
means
is we're building a
everyone does their
village.
thing.
and that's the rub, because you're going to because with human nature, you're going to naturally have personality conflicts.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
And I
In
refuse to
roller
get
derby, we
drawn in
call it
this
founder
conflict. That's been
syndrome.
my problem always. That
Mhm.
sometimes people want to form cliques. It's like they're telling you, go get your
Yeah.
pitchfork. We gotta hunt that person. I mean, some people do mistakes. People do stupid things. I mean, there's one creator that a few creators that we won't mention by name, but I mean, they might do stupid things, but they still have information they want to share. You have to kind of sift the information what you get, what's about the purpose, and kind of sift out what's distractions.
Hang
And I
on, I
mean,
was talking. Kristen F says sounds like some anarchy group. If it's us, no, we're not. We're just mental
it's not
health.
anarchy in that sense, because we
Yeah,
still
we're just
anarchy is
mental
about
health.
running down the society, but this is more about we have a common goal. We have eyes on the prize. We want to get people out of the cults, and also we want to get
Yeah,
people to get better mental health. So
We
there's
need
lots
that.
of this. So I mean, when
People are
someone starts to
hurt.
call people bad actors or try to mudsling each other and talk crap about each other, that only benefits those that we should be focused on getting out of the game. What?
So Keela,
Apollonia is probably going crazy because she said "Daddy's home."
I saw her perk up and she squawked, and I heard the door open. So
Oh, she has a good hearing. Well, anyway, that's kind of my soapbox thing, because I don't want to get drawn into camps just because
We're
someone
not
wants
getting
me to
listen.
pick a
This panel is
pitchfork.
not getting drug into anything. This
No.
panel right here is
No.
just to
No.
talk about whatever we need to talk about.
can I bring it back to cults for a minute?
Yes.
In roller
Ingo
derby,
says
we
it
called it founder syndrome, where you start this thing and it starts evolving around you naturally, and you can't handle it. You know, you put all this time and effort into whatever you're doing, and the community is changing and evolving, but
Yeah.
you know, you refuse to give up any of the power. Like, I mean, I think of parent or kids organizations, teams and stuff that I've been a part of, where whoever founded it does the majority of the work in the beginning and everything, and then gets power hungry and a little bit crazy.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's that unfortunate side of human nature that is one of those things you got to deal with, and the best way to deal with it is dialogue. And it's unfortunate that when people start talking, other people can either get their feelings hurt too easily. Because I know I kind of keep myself aloof from a lot of the happenings. I'm a natural observer. I'm an introvert. I kind of keep my mouth shut and I do that for a lot of reasons, partially to protect my inner 3-year-old that's still back there. Wondering why mommy and daddy are yelling at each other. Okay. Like, I got emotionally involved with the Goldie situation.
Yes,
Me and Goldie
me
were
too.
friends.
Probably too much. So
And so that kind of, that kind of that was a reminder of what policies I should follow personally. So, but you were wanting to say something,
oh
Barb?
yes, I was. When that stuff happened, and I split from Aaron and decided to release those texts. Well, I didn't actually. Summer and Heather asked, and I thought that was very brave of them and very cool of them to allow that. So there is one and only one reason why I wanted to do that, and that is to warn people off about keeping their money to themselves. Don't reward people, throwing good money after bad. Don't do it. It's not gonna go to a good place. So that was that was just after watching my mod friends one after the other just get butchered. I just was done with that. So that's the only reason why I released them. I don't care about any other reasons. So when people claim I'm this, that, or the other thing, I don't care, because that's not why I did it.
Well,
Barb, you've
No,
never
we
turned. You've never. I'm going to say this, Barb. You've never. You do everything you could do to help people. I've seen you. I know what your heart is.
Thanks.
I know what it is.
And now I currently, oh, sorry, Brian. Now I currently have this little group on Messenger where there are 37 people in there who have requested to see the texts. So if people want to see the texts, I put them in there so they can see them if they want to.
Well,
And because they are members and they want.
Oh,
Oh,
wait,
my.
Barb.
Get
I'm
back
here.
that Wi-Fi hotspot.
Sorry,
Barb!
that was my daughter calling, so I had to say
It's-
something.
Okay.
You
can
know,
I
we're
play
just picking
devil's
with you, Barb.
advocate for a minute?
Absolutely, you can. That's what we're here for. Entertaining. I mean, like, make our
Sorry.
Okay,
brains
this
think.
is just my inner monologue thinking things out loud. Like, please don't hold me to what I'm about to say. I'm just brainstorming.
Mm-hmm.
Is that because I've been trying to think about, like, why the people I do not represent the people of Reddit. Like, I'm not, like, here to represent anybody. I just happen to be a member of
Oh, I know
Reddit as
that.
well. But you had said, Keela, about everybody wanting apologies from Blake, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Is it a whole lot different than Nora wanting an apology from Mike Rinder? I mean, how far you were in the cult when you were her mod? Like, let's just say that your
Yeah.
cult personality and your post-cult personality are two completely different things. Some of the mods were
Absolutely.
pretty horrible, and some of the current mods are really horrible people who are doing this as part of their cult mentality. But when they leave that cult, are they responsible for saying sorry for all the people that they hurt while they were in the cult mentality?
So
You know
I'm
what I
gonna
mean? Like,
say, yeah, no,
it's two extremes, but
you asking me that. No, I actually can answer that one. You asking me that, I can answer that one. I think it's a good one too. First of all, yeah, you have no idea how much you're caught up in this cult till you get out, and until you've backed away and you've done zero contact. Let me just say that first. I would have never admitted that, and now I could say 100% without a doubt. I just blindly followed someone for 2 years and believed everything they said. Barbara. Yep. I hurt people that I would never, ever think about hurting. And then when it came down to me and the way I was hurt, I saw all of those combined in one.
Yep.
Bam, me. We love you, Summer. You and Heather are welcome in here. We're all talking. Thomas, hey, we're just talking about stuff that needs to be talked about. People want to talk about. I love you both.
Yeah. And catch Summer and Heather on a game night
so I'm
soon,
going to
I
let
hope.
Barbara respond to that one too, if you don't mind, because you're right. No, in that cult, I did some pretty horrific things. Nothing that I would. Okay, so when it got too horrific, I got up and left. If anybody's ever seen. Okay, I do have morals, and I have morals, and I have things that I refuse to. I will not break them for anybody. You wrote us. Wait, why you think you don't like me? What did you say? Keela, I wrote a song about your cult person. Oh my God, I got it.
Oh, I have to catch that one out.
Shit.
I've been writing
shit.
songs
Here
too,
we go. Here we go.
but not about that.
But like, see, Corn. Okay, so yeah, Corn, you're right. Okay, so we have so much stuff going on at one time. you've with all of these channels, I didn't fight with anybody. I didn't break up. Love you. I didn't break up with anybody.
Yes,
I
Summer.
simply went away. I simply didn't announce my departure, and okay. I got this.
Me too.
I
Now I'm
simply
curious.
just went away.
Me too.
Barbara, right? We didn't. We already knew what could happen, so we weren't even going to push that. But when I saw what
That's
had
why
happened
people-
to Barbara,
Where's-
when I saw what happened to
Barb?
her,
Where's Barb?
I saw it, and I was right there to see it, and I thought, and then when Barbara actually sent me what had taken place, and I read it, and read. I was like, I said, you got to be shitting me. She said, no, that's real. I was like, you got to be kidding me. Nobody treats anybody like this. Blake, okay, hang on. You love Bird. I love you. Thank you for the super chat so much. Thank you. I don't know if it's a responsibility, but I know how I felt about the people I hurt, so I tried. The apologies still feel lame, and they probably need more work than just that, but I wanted to try. I couldn't just ignore it. And thank you for that super chat, Blake. Thank you. Let me tell you something, Blake. Everybody loves you, Blake. Everybody. And you did exactly what I did. You and I both, we got it the worst. We did, and we walked away from it, and we're still breathing, and we're helping people, and we can do hard things. We've never bashed anybody on this channel, and we won't do that either. But I can promise you this, that the people that we used to think were enemies in another chat, or trolls, or whatever you want to call them, in Mental Health Matters, they're not. We're all broken individuals, broken misfits of SPTV. That's what everybody likes to say. We're all broken misfits. So when you put us all back together, because we are a chosen family, we make a beautiful family portrait, thoughts and all. And that's just what
Even broken crayons color.
I have that shirt I was going to put on, and I said, no, I'm not going to wear that one today because I just got this one in. And let me just,
Well,
can you see it?
Aw.
Oh, that's a nice one. I want one too.
No, I don't.
That
Let's see. I
is.
can't even.
Be kind. Yes, everyone is fighting a battle you know nothing
Everyone's
about.
fighting a battle.
That's a good one.
And I like so.
So, Keela, I found something interesting that because I didn't go and watch Reese's Lives after I left, I didn't see Blake hurt me. So I didn't even know. I thought that was hilarious. He went to go apologize and all this. And I was like, for what? I don't know what happened. I wasn't there. There's no reason for me to go stand in a pit of spiders. Why would I do that? So I didn't even know he hurt me.
And
Well,
Blake
Blake
is
is
so hard.
like the little brother I wish I always had, but
He
he's my
is.
Y'all, he's
chosen
so
brother.
hard on himself. I have that shirt
He's
that
a
says
dog.
broken with my crazy color. It's got the crayons all over it, marks. It's like
Yeah.
even broken. Yeah, I have that. And my shoes look just like it. I have some shoes that it's got the crayon marks all over it. It's really cool. But
I love that. I love that hoodie. And anyway, Barb, also, it is so easy to get provoked when you're in a situation like this. And just, I mean, you have stayed focused and very genuine, which I admire very much about you. And I'm trying to learn something from it also, because it's very easy to react rather than think and then act. And many people
emotional
kind of try to
thinking.
get you off balance, because then you're more easy to move wherever they want you, not where you want to be.
Right?
Yes.
Why do you think I keep my mouth shut most
Well,
of the
it's time to
time?
not.
Right.
You offer so much,
So
Brian.
like for example, I released those things and Nora did a stream losing her mind. I didn't watch it, but people are just want to tell you about it. I don't care. It doesn't change my truth.
No.
Reese does streams saying things and I don't care because I was there and I know. But other people lose their minds like because someone says it, it's true. It's not.
Barb, do you have a
Go ahead,
pineapple
Susan.
in your front door? I just said, Barb, do you have an
Huh?
upside down pineapple in your front door? If we're starting rumors about it, let's like go big, like
Mm.
be
Well,
big
I will say this,
swinger.
Barb, you're a referee, right?
Yes.
All right. My ex in-laws, big ref family, own a
Mhm.
business. You might know the guy. I don't know, because he's big in that world, which I did some of that. I met a lot of referees.
Yeah.
So you'd fit in great with that group, and you got the integrity that, as far as I'm concerned, I might be wrong, but I see you as a person that has the integrity that it takes for a message like this to be accepted.
Mm.
Okay, it's because
Oh, yeah.
Apollonia.
if you're a good ref, you're good at reading people, and you know, you're used to having that authority.
And everybody yelling at you that you don't really, but yes, you do.
I've seen it. I spent
Mhm.
3 or 4 years doing this stuff. I line judge. I did
Ah.
volleyball. I umpired. So I get it. That's why I don't sense any malintent.
Thank you.
And,
I will
stuff.
I'll tell you.
And it take
What-
and you all know it takes a lot for me to say some stuff. So I'm
Yeah.
publicly on the record. Hopefully, I won't regret it later.
I will tell you the biggest load of crap that I got is because I wouldn't say more bad stuff about Aaron. But I just said what I knew. I can't guess.
You're kind of an
I know he's
Aaron
a turd.
apologist, though. It did come off as a little bit of an Aaron
Okay.
apologist.
Well, that's not my issue. That's the listener's issue.
There.
I can't make stuff up. I did not see him yell at people. I know he yelled at people. People told me, but I can't say that I saw it.
Yeah,
I
and
can't
that
make
Of
up
course.
bad stuff because people don't like him. Sorry.
Well, Barb, as you're a referee, you also go by the legal system says hearsay doesn't count in the court, right?
Sure doesn't.
No.
No, it doesn't.
So I mean, you stick to the facts, only that you can
Mm.
vouch for, and that's the most important part, I think.
Yes.
Too bad you can't give him a red card and time him
Well,
out.
he needs a yellow
Oh,
card
I
anyway,
did.
so he has to shake
Okay,
up.
so
if I did release my texts with him, people would just go, "Wow,
Yeah.
you just reamed him every day," because I did. Because I thought there was hope that he would listen, but he can't.
Then again,
It's not in him.
That's not his nature.
some people are
No.
like that. They scream at or shout or yell at people that they think they can bully into submission. But you are a strong
Mhm.
personality, and I think he understood very soon that if he started to yell at you, you would just stare at him and ask what's wrong with him.
Yep.
okay, so I'm going to y'all and talking about these pineapples are killing me over here. I'm laughing. I'm sorry. I was making sure I didn't miss any questions, and then I'll get to this pineapples part. I'm going, holy crap. Okay,
Guess what
well,
I'm
I'm way
drinking?
back in the chat. I mean, way back out. I'm way behind, so I'm going to go this really
Keela,
quickly.
look what I'm
Hopefully
drinking.
It's relevant pineapple.
So
I
funny.
have vitamin water lemon.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's a,
Katie will kill me for saying that.
I'm drinking Diet Coke.
Mm.
Got to get my caffeine in.
I get my potassium up. Oh, it's critical though. Okay.
Oh, can I put
No.
Blake still here?
Is Blake here? Are you here? I'm not in the main chat.
Shut up, dog.
Okay, this is for Blake.
Okay, Blake. Let me go back to all the comments and try to get it on here. Okay,
You can
Blake,
go back
are
and
you
look.
still in here?
Come on.
Hey, Adrian, Cosmic, Indigo, Kristen, Indigo, Brazzy. Come on, where is Blakey, Heather, Felix, Cosmic?
He can go back and look. It was
Okay, yeah, I don't see him.
It starts with a B.
My people.
Come on. Oh.
Cosmic.
Tiff says, Barb said you treat people how treat you, but that's part of the golden rule that we
Yes.
use here in the mental health. Also, I mean, we treat people decent because we hope to be treated decent.
Yeah,
Yes.
and that's what you just said is absolutely the truth. Like, a lot of people get mixed up in all of this, but I mean, when you are friends with someone, Blake is here. There's Blake. He's here. I'm still here. What do I need to put up again? He said.
Some pineapple pina coladas.
There's
All
my
right,
new
Blake.
sunglasses,
This is for
Blake.
you.
I vote
Oh,
yes on the
Christine.
pina coladas.
Or
There.
margaritas.
Those are my new
Whatever.
sunglasses, Blake.
It's, I mean, Saturday evening here in Sweden, so I mean, you people have something to look forward to.
TJ.
But then again, it's always I think this is something everyone needs to remember. You teach people how to treat you. If you allow them to
what
treat you
you
bad,
are
they
willing,
will.
by what you are
Mhm.
willing to accept.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all
That
about
is-
boundaries, and that can be a hard part. That
Yep.
has been one of the hardest parts in my journey. But this
Oh,
last
God.
year has been a transformation in that area for my personally.
Preach, brother, preach.
Oh yes, brother Brian.
Looking good, Six.
He's
Says
my
it's
poetry
well.
brother. I'm so glad I have him with me. I have my sunglasses. I feel left out.
But just so, I mean, I kind of, that was, I agree with that. You're willing, I mean, it's fact. You
I got
show
all-
people how to treat you by what you're willing to accept. Hey, Ben.
Just say I'll let you know.
Oh, gosh. Indigo.
I want to go.
There you go.
I gotta go.
Hey, Ben. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the questions really quick. And that was from Barbara. She said a snuggle chicken. Well, yes, that is definitely a snuggle chicken. Apollonia.
Chicks are always
Emmy
chicks.
says, so proud of what you do. Love you too, Emmy. Barb was, this is Indigo. SPTV tattooer. You said that before about your mental physical health. That must have been a difficult realization and thing to experience.
I was pretty devastated.
Yeah,
I mean, Keela, you saw my texts. You know,
I did.
I thought they were my friends.
I know.
I really did. I really thought they were my friends.
I know that.
And I think of myself as a pretty good judge of character. And then
2 freaking years.
right?
too.
And then for me to find out that that's not who they were all along, it's like, what the heck?
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. So
Okay,
it was
so
pretty
yeah,
devastating.
it was rough.
Yeah.
And I know, I'm just going to say this. I don't care who gets upset about this. Like, really,
Yep.
I know what was done to her. I know what was said to her firsthand. Me to Barb, I know what was done to her. It's not my
Mhm.
story to tell, but I'm going to tell you something. Never in my life would I let anybody talk to me like that, ever.
Mm.
Then
I
I
know
think
how bad it
also
was.
sometimes people tend to wait for the perfect moment instead of realizing that sometimes there is no perfect or good moment. Sometimes you just have to deal with things and one for all put an end to something that is bad or something that is unhealthy or toxic. Sometimes you can't just wait to be allowed to say it's enough. Sometimes
No,
you
but
have
when
to
you're
put it
thinking
down.
that you're with your friends, and then all of a sudden one
Yes.
day everything's fine, and the next day you're cut off. It's just like a disconnection, and it's exactly what happened.
Oh yeah.
I thought
So-
if I shared that stuff that Tommy said to me with Reese,
That was horrible.
she would make him put his head on straight. That is not what happened.
No, that is not what happened.
I can answer yes to that
No.
question, Indigo.
Okay. Has anyone on the panel experienced gaslighting for your medical issues or being yes.
Yes,
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 yes.
All of us, yes.
Well,
Gender,
I think Earth.
with
mine's gender.
Mine was about
with
my
me,
back.
with me, it's been myself.
Mm.
Well, sometimes we get
You know,
manipulated to do that to
okay.
ourselves.
Okay, but also one of my best friends, he's homebound, disabled, he's got all kinds of crap wrong with him. A lot of people think he's full of crap because he doesn't look like he has all the shit. Because one of the things he has to do, which he hasn't been able to do a lot of lately, but he bodybuilds and stuff like that. And you'd think someone with his physical problems wouldn't be able to do it, but he does it. He's adapted the way he does things for his own needs to stay alive. So yeah, I've had to deal with, some people have asked me why I've been, anyways. Don't know where I'm going with this, but
Okay.
yes,
Yes on that one.
yes.
Okay. So, and
Yes.
here we go. Let's see. Tiff says, mental health still is not where it needs to be. Hell no, it's not. However, we are making huge strides, especially where children are concerned. Okay, so I'm going to agree and disagree. It is nowhere near where it needs to be. In fact, Texas
It
is
will
number
never be enough.
50 on the states. Okay, we are not even nowhere in the 40s. Okay, we are in the 50s. We are dead freaking last for mental health resources. Yes, and this is the bane of my
Like I said,
existence.
That's
Now,
because
Wasn't
you're
Ross
supposed to walk
Perot
it off.
supposed to fix that?
they ain't fixed crap for mental health.
Just
And you
walk it
can't
off.
be, and you can't be physically, you can't be mentally ill and physically sick at the same time. You know, ever.
Right.
Oh,
God forbid that. That's another gaslighting that
Texas
goes on.
sucks. What I think the most important thing for people to do is find the right doctor.
Yes,
Because
that's
my
what six
doctor,
also. Yeah.
I have not
Yeah,
ever had a
100%.
bad doctor because I don't stay. If they're not caring for me, I don't stay.
My
I
problem
vote
is
with my
I have a
feet.
good doctor,
Well-
but we have insurance companies telling the pharmacies, and the pharmacies telling the doctors, can you prescribe something else? We don't need
Yeah.
that.
Yep.
First of all, why do we even have doctors if we're going to just be able to go to the pharmacy and
Well,
let
because
them
our
be the
doctors
doctor
need
and
to
decide?
stop being compensated for what meds they prescribe.
That's a good one.
I mean,
There
if
we go.
doctors weren't being prescribed the meds, then there would
Yeah.
the insurance company wouldn't have to be, checking up on everybody. But when the doctors can get a expensive fancy dinner and a trip for listening to
Yeah.
a 20-minute lecture about something, then
And
Kickback.
that's 5,000% truth.
Well, it lands back to the
now the
economic
insurance companies
incentives.
have to make up for that. Like they
Mm.
have to check on everything. Like, are you sure? Like, what about this other one that does the same thing as cheaper? Has she tried that? Like, I get it, because if you think about the whole circle, everybody's
Yeah,
reacting to what the other person is doing.
absolutely.
And since
And
people are
that's our
terrible people and everyone wants to save money and scam everybody.
Yeah, and that's our main thing. Is what we do is we want to jump on the first thing. I like what Barb said. Find the right doctor. Don't.
To quote Al
Don't-
Pacino in the movie Devil's Advocate.
Yeah, I mean, I love this. Okay, Indiana.
Yeah.
Corn Freak says Indiana mental health sucks. So does Texas mental health, and I will say it loud and proud right here. And I have a company, so just let you know, it does. We need resources.
I got dogs I got to take care of, so I got to duck out.
Okay, thank you, Brian, for being here. I appreciate it. Sorry it took so long. Thank
Thank
you,
Thanks,
you, brother.
Brian.
But
No worries, no worries, no worries. We'll have
and
another.
Corn,
This
you
is fun.
and Crazy and anybody y'all want to come on, let me know. I've been trying to keep up
I
with
might
y'all.
come back.
Love
Who
you.
knows?
All right,
I'm
Brian.
gonna do the same thing because I have to put my house together.
Oh, okay, Barb, hang on. You got some questions. Let me get to them really
Oh well,
quick.
then I will look
You're
at
the
the
star
question.
of
I'm
the
getting them
show
really
right now.
quick. Let's see. I'm when.
I like this
Yeah,
flavor.
okay. Hang on. Yeah, all these are the same things that
Okay.
I'm going to go back to them, but I just want to get to Barb's questions if y'all don't
Aw.
mind.
Thanks.
I do like this from Ann though. She says, if you want a good health care, ask a nurse. Just say, the nurse sees it from the ground up and have no God complex issues. Absolutely. I agree with that. So why can't I get that off here? What did I just do with it? Okay. So I'm in trouble here. Let me try that. Okay. My hubby works in the medical field. You'd be shocked, Keela, what they say about patients.
Oh yeah.
No, because I do too. So I wouldn't. That's what's sad.
So I wouldn't.
That's what's sad. I was probably part of it, until I now am living my worst nightmare in my own health. And I don't know how anybody lives like this. That's all I can say. So Kristen says, me and my bestie be screaming at each other. His wife gets scared. I love it.
But also, I think people mistake kindness for weakness. I mean, they don't understand that it's not about being confrontative as such. I mean, it's about getting results and getting through to people. And not always is the screaming or being aggressive the best tool. Sometimes you need to wake up people. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But
No,
to
you're true about
automatically
that.
think that people who are kind are stupid or naive or weak, that's a very very dangerous mindset.
Question from Heather for the people in the back. Barb, are you coming out now because Aaron asked you to in any way? Are you an op? And if not, why not?
God,
She's not paid for that.
so funny. I'm not, I don't have time. I'm too ADHD to be an op. So anyways, no, the
Right.
reason that I released the texts now is because before that, Aaron had asked me not to because Reese was still on the board and I respected him and was still in his mod. So I didn't. But then when that stuff happened with Jenna and I told him to unmod me and he said, okie dokie. And then I didn't have any reason not to. And then Summer and Heather were brave enough to ask me to come on. And that's,
Can y'all please put Summer and Heather's link back in the chat again?
And that's
because
And
all
I
our
mean,
friends-
Barbara, that was needed. Those two lives were very constructive and needed.
Mhm.
And we're going to make sure that we support that channel. Please,
Oh yes,
guys.
they
Please, I'm
deserve
asking.
every support they can.
Okay.
It's hard to
Yeah,
try
I
to
just-
stay neutral and in
Because
the
they're trying to
public
do to their
battle.
channel what they did to ours, and then we because of them, we still have a channel, and because of Liz. So I want to say thank you to all of them, and I'm going to support them because they
Yep.
deserve it. Indigo says mental health issues are an explanation for, but not an excuse of bad behavior. I learned this the hard way in my own healing journey. So here is what I say to every single one of my residents. A mental illness is no excuse for bad behavior. They hear that
Yep.
from me probably 20 times a day because
Yep.
it's the truth. You cannot blame everything. You cannot blame everything always on OSA or on this. Sometimes you just mess up and you got a price to pay, you know?
Mhm.
It's just that simple. It's not everything has to be an excuse. It's something that you have to take, responsibility and accountability for. And I think accountability goes a long way. And
Kate
that's why I
has a
said I
very good
wanted to take
point there, if you see.
accountability of anything I've done to Barb because I'm not that person.
Shut up, girl.
I know, and I get red cards if I say anything else, and I'm going to be quiet. So let's see where's the other
Well,
one.
Barb has a yellow card too, if you're nice.
Oh, I know. Summer and I want to have a safe space for everyone to have fun. And if anyone needs to speak their truth, they have a place where they feel safe. And we are going to support that 100%.
Can confirm.
And same goes,
Yes.
I mean, you won't get along with everyone. You might have different opinions. You might not like how some people do, but at least you can be an adult in
We
the
could
same room.
support the people that are
Yeah.
boots on the ground, Tiff says, Summer, do you do what you think is right and you have a great partner. You guys know how many people really have your back. That's what
Oh.
I'm telling y'all. Y'all know when y'all told me that, well, same goes here.
Yeah.
I'm never going to stand for anyone that's against our freedom of speech. It's
Mhm.
one of the little rights we have left.
I
Oh,
thought
yeah.
it was interesting when I released those texts and everything. The people who were conspiracy theorists and a little bit a bubble off center, Jiminy crickets, they scattered like cockroaches. It was interesting.
What's interesting to me, I want to tell you what's interesting to me about this is that I know what was being said about Reddit. I know what the chat was trying to say, and I know what Barb, probably what you were. If I'm wrong, please tell me. But so you go over there to tell your truth, but you can't really get. And this is on the one. Now I'm not saying the whole Reddit. I'm just saying wherever I ended up, I ended up in a bad spot. But anyway, so I couldn't say anything without getting attacked. But we would have spoke our truth. Like no, I wouldn't have. No, I wouldn't have. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I wouldn't have. I'm not going to do that unless I'm forced. I would never do that. And I thought I was.
Keela, my
was gonna be
reaction was to
forced.
block whoever was making me feel unsafe until I created a space where I felt safe.
That's
That's
what
all.
we're wanting to do here because
Yeah.
because this is totally opposite of the whole other community. We're building a village. I mean, we've got there's so many channels, there's so many people that support each other here, and it's all about connection. And it's all trauma. We are all trauma flipped out, but we're doing the best we can on a daily basis.
True.
And just contributing what we can do. Let's see. My daughter said, this is from Felix. My daughter said, never allow a man to yell at you and speak to you like that ever again. He's a bully. And that was about, and I know what she's talking about. The journey. I love you, Journey, honey. Hi. A lot of people can't stay on facts, but mix the emotions with it or add how someone answered. I stick to the facts and move on. I have no investment to people. See, and that is where, Journey, you are my hero. First of all, because everything you go through, I love you, Journey. She does so much for everyone, and she's going through it herself.
Yeah,
And
she's
but
amazing. And
yes, she is
we have
amazing.
seen her collection of all those cards, all that hard work. I mean,
Mhm.
that's true
So
dedication to
hard.
something.
Yeah, she works so hard, and I want
I'm
to
telling you, Keela, I don't think people understand that. Like she said, I was really invested in Aaron. I really was. But I was not fooling myself about who he was. I knew how he treated people, you know, like, oh,
But
gosh,
but the same thing
list
when
is
you
so-
go ahead. Yes, Excel.
Did you feel like you could fix him? Like if you just
oh yes,
if you just like explain to
absolutely.
him why he's a fucking douchebag, like
The
he would
number of
finally be like,
times I said, do you know
oh,
what
okay,
counseling
maybe I
would
should
do?
evaluate my behavior. If everybody tells
Yeah.
me I'm a fucking douchebag, why?
They're all
Like, what did I
wrong.
do that?
Yeah. I tried so hard. I thought so far.
What
But
is
in
it
the
about
end,
us that makes us
But
want
in the
to
end, it
fix
doesn't matter.
everybody,
it doesn't
though?
matter.
Okay, so I went over this morning.
I
It's
did.
called,
Yeah, that's my trauma.
actually, I actually have it. I have that. That is so weird that you said that because that was part of my little journey. And thanks to Blake Reed, y'all need to like download Betwixt. Oh my God, this is like the most awesome freaking thing. Me and Blake are on it. Like you go through your journeys. It gives you different stories. Different scenarios. It's mental health, but you go through it and you pick your scenario. So it rewrites the story and it'll rewrite it with what you're picking. It's like it names it. It follows what kind of person you are. It's so cool. Me and Blake
How do you
play
spell it?
B. Wait, it says share it. All right, let me share it here.
Okay. Betwixt.
Can I ask everybody a question? Okay. I mean, I think it's pretty clear.
Sure.
Like, I am not an empath. I am an ambivert. And I have kind of an irreverent sense of humor. So, like, that's just me. I think that because I'm friends with Keela, everybody, you know, thinks that
Everybody
I'm
assumes
probably more like you, but
yeah. Actually, just the opposite. And that's
why are some of the current mods who have been around for a while, what's keeping them there? I just need help understanding this.
Well, I can tell you that
What's
for Aaron.
keeping Reese's head mod there, for instance? Or Aaron's whatever. I mean, like, tell me why these people are there.
I'm not going to speak on that. I know the answer to that. I'm not going to speak on that.
I can speak on Aaron. He doesn't have any mods left except
Well,
one. Yes, Feral Cheryl.
As one mod for some smaller channel, I do it to help out simply, to help them grow. And I always want a mod where I know I can do something good and helpful. I'm not doing it to support a certain narrative unless we have a common goal like getting caught down or mental health promotion. But I would never be a mod just to be a fan or someone just to stroke someone's ego, because that's not the way I work. I know people might feel me like uncomfortable or controversial because I don't see no reason why to stroke people's egos just to have a spot in their spotlight, kind of. I mean, everyone does their thing. Many people want to be the sun without realizing that the sun is just one of many stars. It's all about which perspective you have on things. So to be a mod for me is to help and support co-creators, not about gaining some kind of position of power or
Exactly.
influence. It's just a way to help out. I mean, we do it for free. We do it because we want to help out each other, and hopefully some of those people that I mod for can mod for me. Not that I'm on that big channel, but nevertheless, it's not about the size, it's about the quality. We try to help each other and keep bad people from ruining. I mean, sometimes you are not that strong, and trying to do a live can be very taxing on you, both emotionally and when it comes to energy. And if some people comes in and tries to derail the chat and the whole live, then it's important to have someone to keeping your back. So that's kind of my motivation for it.
Mm-hmm. I can tell you about Aaron and Reese's mods. Aaron only had one for quite a while. Everyone left. All of us left. So Farrell Cheryl is left. She lives there in Clearwater, where he lives, and I'm not sure why she's modding for him, because she knows the truth. So I don't know. And then George from Clearwater, who is his friend, but he doesn't have any other mods. We all left, and so that has meant he has had to mod his own chat, which makes him really angry because he doesn't want to look at the chat, which is interesting. And then for Reese, she doesn't have any mods either of us old people. She has all new mods who I imagine she can control, except for what's that, Susie? I can't remember. That Kathy Ann. I have no idea why that woman is glued to Reese. Because
I do know, and I don't want to get into it because it's really bad. I don't want anything to happen to her.
Yeah, I sent her the texts. I sent Kathy Ann the texts and said, "What am I supposed to do with this?" And she said, "That's none of my business. I'm just modding." I was like, "Wow, all right." So I don't know what that's about. Maybe you can text it to me later, Keela, and I won't tell anybody.
No, I will. No, I will.
Okay,
I will.
I'm quite curious.
Yeah, I'm just not going to put it on.
I have no idea what holds them there.
I do know what's going on.
I mean,
I will never.
I asked one question that wasn't even like a
I'm sorry.
holy question when I was in Reese's Facebook group, and I immediately, Kathy Ann was on me, and immediately I got kicked out of the group. I didn't even think I was being. I mean, I thought it had been a supportive place, but
yeah,
she's only if you are supportive.
Very, very nice. I'm going to say this. She's my friend. She's very, very nice.
No, I'm sure she's very, very nice. I just
but
worry
she
about
only
why
does what she's
there.
instructed to.
It scares me. What
the fact that she does that is what is scary.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
I mean, she kind of has
I did what I was instructed to do.
Single white female thing, I feel.
Yeah.
Anyway, people, I have some stuff to do. I'm very pleased to have spoken with all of you and met you all.
Thanks, Nico.
And if someone can put up the Six Sellers link, I want to make sure that I have your channel also subscribed. And once again, thank you all. And if you want to reach out to me.
Nico, we're going to put the link up there. Hey, can somebody put the link up if you don't mind? I'm not in the chat, so I'm not looking. I found Keela's YouTube channel and then the village after
special mention for Adrian. That's also a fun guy in the chat.
I just thought
we see so many nice people. But anyway, all take care and remember.
Thank you. Yeah, they're gonna. Let me see. Let me get all comments.
Think and act. So it's easy to react, but we have to kind of be the adults in the room. That's part of the mental health journey.
Yeah, and talking through this has really done good. Just for a lot of people, and a lot of people had questions.
Yeah, and I want to say just to mention to Lindsay, I hope you like the song I wrote for you. Well, I can make a little self-promotion here. But anyway, people,
they said Kathy Ann. If Kathy Ann is in here, I love you, Kathy, and there has nothing been negative said at all. So, no, you are amazing.
We are just working.
Okay, so bye, Nico. I think that I've seen it in the chat, and then I've heard it several times when we're talking about all these people still stuck in the cult. It's vulnerable. She's in a vulnerable place. She's in a bad place. I mean, like, that's what's being used. I mean, one of Aaron's mods was brought up, and somebody in the chat was like be very, let's tiptoe around this, and and then
I
with Kathy
don't.
Ann, I don't want.
Well, with her, it's because of the safety issue.
Yeah, no, no, no. It's all,
Yeah.
but like the vulnerable. I mean, that's what we're getting at it right there. The people, everybody here is vulnerable, and in
Except you know
some
what?
degree.
Cheryl Ann and George aren't.
I heard that.
George aren't.
That's
I've
yeah.
never. George gave me the creeps, and I stopped watching Aaron a long time ago.
They're not
So I
vulnerable.
don't have
Desert
I don't have
Chicks.
anything to
So
say.
Ben says, oh, she's not in the chat. Okay, Red, thank you. Desert Chicks. Oh, he's like, oh, that's an awesome name, Ben.
Thank you. Come on. Come on.
Look at you.
Yes, Indigo. My it's Hot Desert Chicks. It's
Come on.
Apollonian's channel.
Oh my gosh, y'all. Y'all, who have I been talking about? Look, Dylan, thank you for being in here.
Oh,
And
hey.
love
Hi,
you, Dylan, and
Dylan.
really, really so proud of you. And I'm sorry, I read your comments. I wasn't able to be on that night, but I read your comments. And I just want to tell you, you are never alone. Please, you're never alone.
I'll be back in 2 seconds. I gotta go do
Oh,
something.
okay.
2 seconds.
Okay, let's see. Let me get up here. It's so good to see you, though, Dylan. Thank you for coming in.
It is.
I was really hurt, and we were supporting you big time earlier at the beginning of the stream because, I was hurt by your hurt, and I don't like that.
Yeah, that's
don't
my
like that at
least
all.
favorite thing is when gentle people get hurt. I don't like it.
Kristen, Barb, Kristen has something to say here.
Okay.
She says Reese not in a position to say hey weirdo, don't be so clingy on me. It's dangerous.
I think I don't understand.
Is she saying that Reese isn't in a position to do anything against anybody?
No, she's not. And neither is
So-
Tommy. They are a big fat bunch of talk.
Kristen, you can do anything in here. You can say anything you want. We're not an echo chamber. I promise.
Tommy just threatens people, and there's nothing to it.
But you're sending love, healing, and strength because you are an
Yay.
amazing human. You are never alone, and you are not a thing to just soak up drama from. Thank you for saying that. That's the truth.
Mhm.
Thanks, Ann. Ann, thank you.
I have
Because
always
Dylan,
felt
I know what you were
Yeah.
going through. And when I read those comments, I was like, oh my God, Dylan. I mean, I quit everything. I was like, Dylan. And I started the show with Dylan. So, like,
I have
literally,
always-
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry,
I've
Dylan.
always
I don't
felt
like
like
that.
he's has been one of the most valuable pieces of this community.
Oh, he's definitely.
Yep.
Definitely. Absolutely. Let's see. Let's see.
Sorry, I'm back. I had to
No, you're fine. Adrian says
greet my family for the day.
a lot of mods in some channels are under a lot of pressure through what the person whose channel it is tells them what to do. So respect to Barbara for walking away.
Well, thank you.
Adrian,
Which I find interesting since mods do it for free, right?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you in our mod chat, I'll tell you what, Barb. Let me just tell you about Barb. She will, if you say sorry, you might get a warning, but then your second time, you're gonna get a red card. And she tells them all, go with your gut. You know, like if you're gonna play Whack-A-Troll, go with your gut. And
because us trauma people, we apologize way too much.
And she was so freaking spot on in our mod chats. Like she would tell everybody, that's enough. Stop apologizing. You know, you don't owe an apology.
Yep.
And she's right.
It's like we're apologizing for existing. And I hate that.
And I like what you said there. So this one is the reason why the question you asked me a while ago, and I said I found it earlier, is it is what we went through this morning, and it's called, and I gotta find I'm rereading it, but I gotta find where did it go? No, I already did that one. It's got different stories. No, I haven't done that one yet. Anyway, it was about the caregiver. The why can't I find this? Because I really want to go here. It is, come on. I'm not going to gently open my eyes because this has everything in here. The caregiver, and if it don't, I guess it may not let me see it now that I went through it. The care, okay, so you have a carer. It's a real physical thing. You can replicate the needs, feelings, and desires of any living being just by observing it. Your empathy can help you solve problems before they become conflicts. The care, so that's what it diagnosed me with. I'm the carer. So, how could your life improve if you spoke to yourself more like that more often? Because I said, I just need to tell myself that I need care too. I said, I'd get better at it, setting boundaries for myself and others. So you go through it. It is a mental health app, but it's really freaking cool. So what do you need to tell yourself to break the destructive spell of people pleasing? There we go. What do I need? I need my mental health care that I do 3 times a week, and I need my mental health channel that I have so much support on, and I do the work. So, but this is just really, it breaks you down to what category. So the category that it put me in was the carer. And we have drive, and what drives a carer too. But there's all kind of things in here, and I forgot all the rest of them that they asked me. There was like 5 other things, but it's not showing up now. But it's really cool. But I am the carer. That's why we care so much.
And it's because we weren't cared for.
Yes, it all comes from CPTSD. Most 90% of it does. Yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Okay. Okay, wait. Ben says the huge problem for people is many communities involve personal connection, but you don't see enough of the person leading to get a true picture. It's hard enough when you do, but when all you is a mask on. Okay, I got you.
Yep.
So yeah, right. You're right, Ben, about that. And it is so true.
Interestingly,
oh my God, Blake is
Aaron
talking about chicken butts.
is with Aaron.
So
what you see, that's who he is. It's who he is in real life. It's who he is.
And I've always said that.
Yeah.
I've always said that. I'm like, he don't pretend to be anything he's not.
The number of times I have said, don't be an asshat.
Don't be an ass.
Why do you have to act like that? But it doesn't go in. It doesn't occur to him that that's not okay.
Nope. No, and that's the problem, because if you don't understand what's not okay in society, how do you fix that?
Yeah.
Indigo says, I'm a toxic fixer. I will take on way too much, so I need to give myself a firm boundary on what I should and shouldn't help with. Exactly, because you're the one at the end of the day that has to lay down. You've got to do that. You got to do it carefully and with self-care. Yeah, Dylan, I don't want to take up y'all's conversation up here. Let's see. Sophia, you're here. Hey, honey. Okay, so I got some more starred. Let me see if I can get back to them, unless y'all need to go now. And then, oh wait, Ben said, hang on. Ben said, oh, dropped a word, and that is why I'm in the typo. I'm the typo guy. Gaze upon my marvelous works and we bench.
As long as you put bacon bits with it, I will.
Yes, please make sure everyone's channel's up. Please, 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 guys. I appreciate y'all. But Barb, did you want to say anything else? I'm so glad you're here.
No, I'm so glad I got to say those things about Reddit, because, the Reddit I've created for myself is really valuable. I love it. I just block all the toxic people, and then talk with the people who, even there's people still that on there that I don't agree with, but I'm not going to block them because they're not mean. They're respectful.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. That is what we've been trying to say the whole time. Like, people come in here and they'll scream out, troll, troll, troll. No, wait a minute. This is not SPTV. This is not this. This, she's all obsessed with the chicken. I know. Apollonia is the greatest. But
Cute.
we're not here to hurt or harm or damage anyone because we know how it feels. So
Yes.
we, being an empath, really do feel it a lot. But guess what? Let's see. Hang on. Kill it. Oh, Ben, that's a true. Some channel creators put on an act as a character and different in real life, and people get sucked. That, Adrian, is true. Very
Yeah.
much true. Very much. Chris is falling in love with the chicken now. Kill it. Do you have a link for Six's channel? I thought I saved it, but I can't find it. I will try to find it.
Hot Desert Chicks.
Hot Desert Chicks. Okay. Hot Desert Chicks.
And remember, Desert
Like
has
a
one
neon
S.
thing of Apollonia.
Not eating chicken today, that's for sure. Oh my God, what does Blake say? What did Blake say? Her chicken is quite fabulous. Yes, very much so, huh?
She when she was
let's see.
little, we would go to McDonald's to get McNuggets and then taunt her with them. No, eat it. I mean, it's okay if she's a cannibal. We're fine with it. But then we'd put her in the McNugget box.
God.
Cosmic says I come back in chicken. Sophia says I grew up to learn how important that you can't fix someone who doesn't want to acknowledge the issue. There you go. Got to have insight. You've got to see the issue. You got to, just like what we're doing this. This will be week 5 on the daily practice and re-regulate. And I promise you that if that had been being done the whole time, there would have been a whole change by now. But you have to be willing to do the work.
Yeah.
And then I like Candy's Life. I love her comment. The only SPTV I'm affiliated with is Barb and SPTV. Tattoo for Candy. I love you. Cosmic says I come back and there's chicken. Oh Lord. Ann says the chicken could totally win any reality show contest. I agree. Oh gosh, chicken and pineapple. Oh Lord.
Always a party when Apollonia's around.
Let's see. Now, so Skylight, which I better give her something. My chronic pain is isolating. That is part of why I love this community. Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And then Tiff says, why are there limits on the mental health we can get? Insurance caps so expensive. I am fighting that right now in the legislature.
Tiffy, go and the thing is, okay, so with insurance caps is that the insurance caps that they put on mental health can't be any different than they would any other thing. So it would depend on your insurance plan. Go read the I think it happened in 2008, the Paul Wellstone Mental Health and Substance Abuse Parity Act. And that was the legislation that dealt with all of that stuff. And it's just it's an interesting read. And
you're gonna have to say that one more time as soon as I can get my pad out that I always write on. Where's it at? There it is. I have a whole list of books. I just got 2 of them off here. So, all right. So let me get to a different page. And absolutely. Can you read it one more time?
Yep. It's the Paul Wellstone, Wellstone, who is one of the most amazing people to ever have been in government. And then some other guy it's named after too. Mental Health and Substance Abuse Parity Act. And it's had several iterations since the original one. Like they've added stuff to it and whatever, but it's the government legislation that it describes how insurance companies and doctors have to treat mental health issues.
I feel it's the cat. I don't notice Excel, but I'm happy you're here. Yes, we are very
Thank you.
Here, definitely. Barb says, wait, has realized we cannot affect homelessness unless we address mental illness. I'm happy to say, thank God.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
Thank you that we're seeing some action.
Yeah, we're figuring
I-
out that you can't just build more homeless shelters. It doesn't help.
It doesn't help. You have
Help
to
at
treat
all.
the problem.
Yes.
That is
So
amazing.
now we're building shelters that include services. So that include evaluation and include
Yes.
drug abuse stuff and all that.
That, oh my gosh. Yeah. Let's see. And Felix, oh wait, what did you just say? Wait, because of my mental health diagnosis, my husband can't take life insurance out on me. Like I'm not worth
Oh my.
anything, Lovely. Okay, so that is a problem that I have seen several times. And it goes beyond just mental health. It's getting really hard out there. I mean, Daryl just had to go and do a physical fitness test, and he's a freaking the project manager of the plant. Like I mean, it's not like he's on his tools, but he had to go do a physical fitness test, and it's like just for his life insurance. So I know that that's usually a normal thing, but for somebody his age and what he does for a living, I was like, wow. And this one is correct too. Journey, you are such a strong lady. Going through all of this and still having compassion and energy to fight other battles. You definitely do that, Journey. Absolutely. Our city sends a mental health expert on police calls when necessary. So let me tell you about our mental health officer. He was a police officer for 40 something years. He took 3 classes and now he's the mental health officer of our
Lord.
county. Trust me when I tell you, I've already had the police or the sheriff's department at my facilities today. And the way that I talked to my employees were, why do they have cell phones? Because they're adults. That's what she told them. Because they're adults. They can even vote. Yeah, and they all are voter registered. So, they're adults, they're human beings.
So
That's
we
what
have
we
mental
get.
health therapists, and their job is to wait for police calls. And then
8 to
if there's
5, Monday through Friday, if you can
Yes.
get in touch with ours.
yes,
That's
and
what we have.
then if somebody calls in and it's apparent that it's a mental health call, they go out with the police person or people.
Wow.
I love it.
wow.
Anecdotal,
really
but I have a stalker that last year we had to get a restraining order
Yes.
out against her.
Ew.
Yes.
Oh, so just anecdotal to the anecdotal because I talk in circles. All these restraining orders that everybody's getting in LA, I'm like, oh, I was like, that can't be that hard. We got one for our entire family, so that the crazy stalker couldn't contact me, my kids, Matt, his kids, his ex-wife, her kids. Like the stalker can't contact anybody. But then seeing these guys like have all these problems in LA really leads me to believe that my stalker really was as crazy. The judge saw how crazy my stalker was.
Mm.
What was I saying before that? I have a chicken.
Yeah,
I can't remember
you're
now.
pulling to me. You're pulling to me.
I have a chicken. Well, she's so distracting. Last night I gave her a bath and I wrapped her up like a burrito and then she snuggled on my chest and fell asleep and we snuggled at night under my covers because
Okay.
poor Matt comes to bed
Poor
often and there's a
Matt.
chicken on my chest.
I know poor Matt when he comes home from work. Felix the cat. Zero contact is so hard when it's a narcissistic, coercive, controlled relationship. Okay, so
I
that's
think that's
what
why
it
so
means.
many people
Though.
have to blow it up.
That's what it means, though. And I hate to say this, when zero contact, y'all know when I say zero contact, what I mean by that. I have not watched anyone that I've been zero contact with. I've not looked and read anybody's profiles. They're blocked. They're blocked from everything I have. The reason being, because zero contact. I'm going to actually do it. I'm not going to, because as soon as you let up, I wanted to text so bad. I hope you have a great new year. But then I said, what the hell am I doing? Hell no. I threw my phone down, walked away. I thought of HG Tudor in my ear saying, what are you doing? And it scared the
Like,
shit out
I
of me.
hope you get hit by a bus.
Yeah. He was like,
That's
what
I
are you
really
doing?
hope.
I mean, when HG Tutor's in my head saying, "What are you doing?" It's time for me not to do it. So that is what I did. I did not do it. Let's see. And I think Indigo says, I think that it's important to acknowledge the power dynamic that happens when people are being manipulated against you. That's at play too, and I hurt a lot of people. Yes, absolutely. And then let's see. Felix says, Indigo, there's a lot of hate for anyone who speaks out. Not everyone is able to. Grace given to them. Thank you. Thank you. This one, someone said it best. You have a group of ex-Scientologists in a metaphorical room expecting them not to default to Scientology tactics. Thank you.
But what's
I'll
our
just-
excuse then? What's everybody else's?
Honestly, I don't have an excuse. I was in a freaking cult.
Well, I'm saying
even
that
know it.
we're saying that like Scientologists are somehow different or worse or better than the rest of us. I mean, if we're giving them it's okay. I was a Scientologist, blah blah blah. If we're using I don't know, I grew up in a cult,
I agree with you.
I don't
I
know.
agree with you. There should be
this
no.
is me too. I don't know what my excuse is. Like, I don't know.
Different trauma.
You grew up in a cult.
Yeah.
Trauma.
And that, and then us that, or we're never in that gave everything. And trust me, me and Barbara talk about getting airplane flights,
know.
and I mean, like her and I were.
I'm coming at from a completely different angle than you guys. So I'm just also trying to say, like, this is how it seems from this part of the system of the ex-Scientology, ex-cult system.
And it's right. No, you're right. You're right, because like I would have never been able to this far out now. I would have never been able to sit here and say, how the hell did I get in part of a cult? It can never happen. Bullshit. Bullshit. That's all I can say. Yes, it can. And when my family's telling me, get out of your cult, get off the YouTube, get out of your cult, and I'm like, I'm not a cult.
Well, that's the thing. I remember saying, like, in the beginning, I'm like, Aaron Smith Levin is the cult. And then everybody later, like, not very far after long, and not because of what I said, but started going on, like, mocking on their channels. They think we're a cult. Ha, ha, ha. That's not a cult. We're not a cult. We're not a cult. And I was like, oh my God, that's exactly what people in cults say.
The whole time I'm making merch that says, join my cult. So somebody just slap me, please. Oh my God. Tomas, I've seen your comment on here. What in the world? Oh my gosh. You don't worry about that, but I hope you can find your stuff, Tomas. Like,
I know,
really.
right?
Golly. And Journey says, wait, sorry. Too fast. I am focused on what I can do for the cause, not personality conflicts, plus trying to keep a team alive. Yes. There's me. I need to check in on. There is me I need to check in on. All others are grown and responsible for themselves. And we will check in on you, Journey, because that's what friends do.
Yep.
And it's absolutely correct. This situation has actually made me stronger. Ironically, because of certain creators that hurt me, I'm stronger than I knew.
Yep.
I'm glad. I'm really glad. It's something positive out of that. Corn says some people are living their lives in constant victim mode and seem to be around just to gain empathy. It's not supposed to be about us. And when one creator sucks up all the air in the room, it's hard. Okay, Corn. I think you need to come back on for our part 2, because we definitely need to talk. We did a part 1, and we had Sin on, and we had Crazy Love, and we had Hella. But these ladies, y'all, have a story to tell. These ladies have a story to tell. And it is very hard when they try to tell it. And we can do hard things, but that's very hard. I looked in them after we ended it, their eyes. I looked at them, how much pain they're in, because they're doing the right thing or wanting to do the right thing. I think y'all are kick-ass, Corn. Don't stop. You're doing good, and you could call me, and we can plan this whenever you want to come. Y'all, you and Crazy, if any of y'all, Hella, whoever wants to be on, y'all deserve a platform. You deserve everything. Please make sure that their channels, guys, if you can, if you have it in your links already, or on there, because look, these women in Chicago, they've not said a word, but let me tell you something. They're powerful. They're very powerful, and they've been wronged. They feel they've been wronged, and they just want to be heard. You know, they just want to be heard. Summer says, we are both having issues with people we thought were friends. So here's my advice on that. I learned this from the hard way.
Mhm.
If you're having issues with them now, they weren't your friends.
If they show you who they are, believe them.
Exactly. Say that again really loud for those in the back.
If they show you who the excuses for them,
There you go.
believe them.
There you go. There you go. Being punished for letting Barb speak her mind is traumatic and emotional. I can't even imagine, because the crap that I went through that y'all saved us from was beyond traumatic for me. I mean, I couldn't even believe it. So this had to be worse. And I'm going to tell y'all all three are great stand-up women, and you can tell your truth at any time. You don't need anyone's permission for that.
And the trouble for poor Summer and Heather is that I will just tell people to fuck off. They won't. They're better souls than me.
No,
So they're more liable to be hurt. Yeah. And I hate that.
Disassociation is a real diagnosis. Yes, it is. Journey, yes, it is. Go ahead.
I was like, I have that one.
Psychologists and psychiatrists try to prevent teens from this through treatment. Okay, so what they're doing, the disassociation, I can't, okay, so I'm going to shut up. So I'm not treating anybody on here, in my opinion, and only my opinion, and nothing else to do with anybody else. In my opinion, if I had that scenario in front of me, let me tell you something. Disassociation would probably be the first thing I jump to, even though it's normally not, because that's a lot.
Doctor.
What your daughter's going through is so much, and what you're going through is so much. And Journey, that's a lot. It's a lot.
Yep.
You have my phone number, sweet girl. You call me anytime. That's a lot. And we are always here to support you. Please know that. And I'm so sorry, Crystal. I'm so late on these. I get that, Kilo, with not being treated right. I've had more docs than not. Just treat me like I'm just wanting attention. I'm just trying to figure out what my body is telling me. Oh, God. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, what the hell do I say on this? Because this is part of my issue. When I tell somebody from over a week now, I'm having cramps after you jacked up everything, all my meds, you're from 10 milligram diuretic to 100 milligram, but you don't give me potassium, that I tell you for a whole week that my damn cramps, I can't even sleep at night. I'm up all night. They go in my wrists, they go in my feet, I mean, everywhere. And it's like, nobody's hearing me. Okay. Well, then yesterday morning, I get woke up with all these 48 text messages or 58, whatever they were. And my mom calling, my phone's going off, because the lab work actually came back in black and white and shows I had a critical potassium level.
Surprise.
You need to get up and take 4 of them right now. And then take 4 and 4 more hours, and we'll be right there to your house. Okay. Well, I've only been telling you this for a week. Okay. It's emergency now. Yeah, that's how I feel. That's how I feel. So nobody listens. And Candy said, I asked because I was describing what the LA fires have done. And I said, it looks like Beirut in the 80s. And I got some confused looks to STV. We all understand what you're saying, Candy. Yeah, I feel sorry for LA and all the fires. And if we can do anything, if anybody is doing anything, would y'all please let us know, please? I mean, it's horrible. It's bad. I was told I was crazy and exaggerating for 6 years about my throat. And lo and behold, I had thyroid cancer. But no, I was just hysterical. There you go. That is my whole point. Women are freaking gaslit. I don't care. This is one thing I'm going to say. They don't listen.
That's why you got to find the right doctor.
They don't listen. And then,
oh
my God, I just get tired of going round and round. Heather, this when she first got here. I love your face. We love your face too, Heather. If you can come back and watch this, my sweetheart. Let's see. Blake, I'm doing okay. Just, yes, he is decompressing and I need to leave him alone. And 100 a journey. You are such a strong woman. I appreciate you so much. I think that's all around journey. We do. We all have something you can see, some things you can't.
Mhm.
Daughter's words. Your daughter is so wise, though.
True.
So your daughter is so wise.
Some you
So,
can see.
yeah. So I'm gonna go
Mm.
off here. I wanted to tell y'all all thank you for the super chats. Thank you, Butcher. Wait, you got this, Blake. Living in a new space. Yes, Dylan. Thank you for telling him that because he's trying to get used to this too. And he knows I'm always here. But Dylan, yeah, he's going through some stuff, and I feel bad. So we've got trauma that we all need to work on. But tomorrow, listen, guys. So tomorrow I will be. I have to be on my therapy call. I had to. Oh, she's gonna kill me. My therapist. I'm gonna have to move mine from 11 to 12 because then at 12 to 1 I have a trauma class webinar that I've got to attend. So they were supposed to do it today and they moved it to 2. I'm like, I can't do that at 2. Sorry. Should have told me earlier. So I moved it to tomorrow. And then we will do part 5 of re-regulation. And I'm fixing to drop all the paperwork for that, y'all, will be in the Facebook group, like always. That's the PDF, the book, and the appendix part, chapter 5. So besides that, I don't think. Do y'all have anything else?
I'm just excited for this to end so I can go get that app.
I know. Yeah, we're. Yes.
Well, actually, I have something I'd like to talk about with Keela. If you're
Oh,
gonna
okay.
pick up.
Okay.
Oh, good.
If
Thank
not, I
All
you.
right,
mean,
Barb, I
I
love
gotta
you.
go
Barb, I
finish
love
this.
you. I
we
love
can do
you.
it another
Come
day,
back on here
Shakila.
anytime.
Bye, Barb.
Yeah.
Thank
Hi, Barb.
you.
Come back please, anytime. Hang on, y'all. We're gonna stay on for
Okay.
just one more second.
I just have I need your chat and
Okay.
so hang on. I could be like Keela.
Here's what. Mhm.
When I found out that I had been in a cult when I was sitting across from my therapist of like a year and a half at that point, and I said something, and he goes, "Alexis, you do realize that you grew up in a cult, right?" Like he assumed that I knew, and like I had no idea. Like I just didn't. It. I didn't understand it. So, um, started on my quest of like, why is he saying this? What the hell's going on? And then trying to figure out how to process it all. But now that I had a framework to process it under, but I was thinking about what's been very helpful for me, with some of my stuff is, like I don't know if anybody's in AA, but kind of like an
No, I
AA
mean,
meeting, but like where everybody's reading the
uh,
same text and you can go around and read, and as the spirit moves you, you can comment on what was just read. And I mean, does anybody else think that would be helpful if we
we can do
tackled
that
some of these,
on
like
Zoom. We can do that on
some,
Zoom.
like even, yeah, some of these cult groups or cult books that I found really helpful, but just to process them in a group setting more than, I don't know. This is just, I'm brainstorming.
No, it's good. No,
I thought of it
chat.
with
Come on.
Blake because I wanted to do like a book club with Blake because there's some books that I think he should read, but I was like, oh, I don't want him to read those books alone, and so that's kind of what started
I
my
think that would be
wheels
good.
spinning
I
on
would
it.
definitely be interested in doing it if we could. Indigo, the Zoom. Can we do that? Like, I know we're doing one tomorrow, but that's on the other stuff. Like, I mean, can we do a Zoom on what Six is saying? I'm sure we can. She keeps track of all of that. She does it all. So that way, the ones that how would you want to because that's a great. I think that's needed.
I don't know yet. I mean, it's kind of those weird little details that I want to
Okay.
like have like in my head. It's kind of looks like the Brady Bunch with like 9 people on screen, but then the chat can also read at home or just listen, and participate on that end as well as how they You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't know.
No, I'm just
But I have this list, and I found it. I went through I was talking to
thank
DOA when I was in LA last summer,
thank you for
and
that.
I started like telling him all these books that I found really helpful, and kind of one of the things that I found really helpful was finding a
Look, Barb,
language to put to what I'd
look what
experienced.
Barb just put.
And
Yeah, I
yeah,
mean,
so kind of like, yeah,
that would be great, huh?
but like on a
Yeah.
channel and have that,
I would actually love that. I would actually love that. Yeah, so just do it on the channel. And that's the book you have? You going? The rewrite. Well, come with us tomorrow at 7. I'm on, yes. I'm on chapter 5, or we're going over chapter 5, re-regulate.
yeah, I'll come stop in.
Yeah. And then and it's actually not, I just decided to do a series of 10 weeks. I broke it down into chapters. And to do
Yeah.
the re-regulate the daily practice, because it was something new I had learned and it was working for me. So I just dedicated myself for an hour every Sunday to that. Yeah. And how does it?
Yeah, no, I haven't made a live, but I've been going back and listening to the replays.
Yeah. And it gets into people's real lives.
I was so sick
You
around
are very
Christmas
sick.
that
You had me worried to death. So what Ann said, how's the Zoom part? So we're thinking about just doing it on, how did you say? Just do it on the channel? Or do Messenger or Zoom or?
well, if I have 8 friends up, can I put 8 friends on StreamYard or anything, or does that
I
have
have
to
10.
I don't know the rules about
I
any of
have
that
10
stuff.
on, I could use here on Restream. I could put 10 up plus
Okay.
the 3 seats or 2 seats. So, but I've got, Cece says, I wrote my own recovery steps from the 12 AA ones. My power is Mother Nature, and I never leave it up to her to fix. Cece. Oh, shit. Oh, gosh. Okay. Books are my love language. SPTV Tattoo Warrior. Yes, me too. I love it. So I'm going to get
Okay,
with,
I'm going to brainstorm this some more.
yeah,
I'll
and
bring
we're going to
some
come up with
ideas
this.
to the chat tomorrow, and then yeah.
That would be great.
But Apollonia's little book club, because she's so cute.
Oh, that would be so cute. Yes.
We'll have her be one of the seats, and I'll just put the camera, because we have so many cameras of all that stuff. We'll put just a camera on her, loafing on her
That will be
her little
cool.
pillow. She likes to sit
And
on the
guys,
back of the couch and eat Matt's, like, preen Matt while he's watching TV.
I just want everybody to know that we're here to help. We're not here to harm. And we want to educate and teach. And I mean, this was like amazing. This was right. How do we, and just answer it's private, and it's private. Just all you have to do is answer the questions and agree to the rules. And then it takes Facebook about an hour to get us all the stuff. Yeah, the PDF on re-regulated. But I've also got y'all the copy of the book like last week, and a copy of the appendix. So you'll have all of it. Again. Y'all don't have to screenshot it. Hang on, let me just see if I can get it in there, because that's actually, so everybody has it for tomorrow. Let's see. I got to get to the, all right, let me see if I can put it in here. Okay, photos. Oh gosh. Okay, it's everything, guys. It's everything for tomorrow.
This restream is so, I'm having a
It's
really
so
hard time,
crazy. I
'cause
don't like it.
the chat on the right is at like 12:10, so I have to look over here at my iPad, but then my iPad's also like 5 seconds behind, like, the visual is. So yeah, I wish I hadn't had problems right away with my microphone.
I don't like
would've
Restream at all. I don't like it.
set this
I
up
may just
better, at
end up
least. I
paying
didn't
the rest of
know.
it. Yeah, look, re-regulated. She's got the Google Drive where it's at. I'm posting the other one, the chapter 5. No, Ben knows this one. He taught me this one. So week 5 is now in the Facebook group. For everything y'all need for tomorrow night, for sure. And see, it's not even showing me a new member request or anything yet. So, but yes, so, and I also want to promote another channel here. And,
Okay, Keila, I gotta get going. My family's gonna boycott.
okay, well, I'm promoting your channel, so please, can you give us a real
Hot Desert Chicks? Hey,
Hot Desert
thanks everybody. It's
Chicks?
been lovely.
Yeah, thank you for being here. We'll talk and we'll get something in concrete, like on pen and paper.
Okay.
Thank you for that idea.
Sounds
That
good.
was amazing. All right.
Okay, and by the way, Osa, Keila, and I are still waiting for our big payment and big pharma.
Yes.
If you could send some better drugs our way, that would be great.
Be wonderful. Thank you, Osa.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. We need money.
Bye.
I love this person. I love her. I love her. I love her. But anyway, so guys, thank y'all for being here. Thank you for staying so long. I appreciate it. Thank you to my poor mods that are probably working overtime. I know they are. But yes, we're gonna get Hot Desert Chicks. It's Hot Desert Chicks, probably at gmail.com, I think. And then you will be able to pull it up if they haven't shared it or found it already. We're gonna find it here. Maybe I can find it over here. Okay, so what's ringing? Apollonia is great. I know. I love that chicken. I love that chicken. It's like, oh my God. Okay. Somebody's listening to me because they just texted me, hey, Keila, we see you run your business in mental health. Yeah. Thank you, Candy's off. Thank you. We don't want an echo chamber in here. So I always want to make sure that we have differences of opinions, differences of everything so that we can discuss things, because that's the whole point of learning, is being informed. To give her the extra power. And to go, I know, I love her. I love. You had no plans. Thank you. And thank all of you for being here. And I'm really trying to find this, like what, where. Come on, really. What was I looking for? Because I can't freaking think. Well, I was pulling up something for you, but no, it's gone. Y'all take care. I will figure it out. But y'all, thank you for being here. And Corn, please get with me. We got to schedule that too. All right. Love you all. And I'm going to attempt this to make it work.